And we are live here at the Roy Peck Field in Riverton, Wyoming, as Riverton comes back from Powell after going 1-2. But Jackson, this matchup between Rawlins and Riverton, it's going to be interesting to see how Riverton after a 1-2 weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you talk about them coming off here, they're playing Tuesday after winning a game on Sunday by 10 run. Mercy running a great Miles City team that we saw 10 run a team in the previous doubleheader. But yeah, let's see how they can keep up their hot streak and coming here to play a Rawlins Generals team they have already beaten 3 times this season. And looking at those games on June 4th, they won. The Raiders team won 17-1. Then looking back on June 9th, they won in a doubleheader 9-2 and 11-1. So those have been the 3 previous times that they have beaten this Generals team.
Yeah, and they're going to have some of the conference games starting up here. This is actually the second time, though this will be 3 and 4, the third and fourth conference game, because they played, so we have some little audio technical issues from our end, so that's a good sign from us. But they're going to play some home games now. Let's see what they can do in conference, because really districts are, it's not around the corner, but it's around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to you're about to hit the dog days of summer. This is when you want to be winning most of these games, and you want to be hitting these tournaments on a hot streak, especially this next tournament Riverton is heading to, which is going to be up in Miles City. Yeah. We'll get more into that later on in the broadcast, but that they need to hit that tournament full stride, because there's a lot of good teams that will be up there.
Yeah, just looking back at this last weekend, they played Powell on Friday. They would fall 12-9. They were starting to get some momentum in that game, but just the time limit came to bite them in the end, because they let Powell go on that big run, and then they weren't able to come back on that one.
Yeah, actually, talking about that time limit, when you go to a tournament play, most tournament games are a 2-hour time limit. No new inning will start after that. Riverton had scored 6 runs in that previous inning, and they just couldn't they didn't have any other innings to spare to try to put it within reach. But then when we look at them, that 406 Flyers game, they just met a hard 406 Flyers team.
Yeah, and then they would have a good game, which we talked about against Miles City, but they're going to have the national anthem play. We're going to step aside here. We'll be back after this timeout. We bring you the Riverton Raiders against the Rawlins Generals.
Resolution this year to be healthier. You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget your financial health. Hi, I'm Brian Rohrbacher, President and CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. According to depositaccounts.com, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S. and is the healthiest credit union in Wyoming. Become a member today at atlanticcity.coop and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier, financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union.
Lander Community supports the Lander Valley High School Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish and make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger football, and they're here for you too at 333 Main in Lander.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel again. Thank you guys for tuning into this broadcast on our County 10 YouTube channels. We'll have a doubleheader for you guys, starting with this one here. Is we're going to see Ryan Cox start the pitching off for the Raiders today, as the Rawlins will be the away team, of course, since it's Raiders at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Cox, we only saw him in one game up in that Powell tournament, and that game was not on the mound. He was in at first base, so we're going to be excited to see what he's got for this Generals team and what stuff he can bring here on a late Tuesday evening.
Yeah, lineup looking pretty similar, except Derek DeVries is going to play third, Jory Anderson sitting in the outfield, center field, but pretty much this lineup is pretty close to the same. Baker's going to be catching. You got Beaver at second. You got Hunter Halleck at first. But overall, it's a pretty similar lineup with this Riverton team. And, I mean, that last game with the Miles City, they played pretty good defense. The pitching was able to trust the defense on that one.
And if we want to talk about defense, there's no way we can leave out Nathan Hutchinson's name in the defensive category. He's got some range out there at the shortstop position. Great job out there. And then if we're talking about Hutchinson, we can't leave out his bat. He went 4 for 4 on that Miles City game, including a triple and 2 singles and a double. So he was close to a cycle, but it was a crazy game, a crazy weekend he had. He was, I think he was 8 for 9 total on the weekend, so great job for him.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, to really think. So they get no hit, and then Beaver in the first pitch hits a single, and they were able to get things going. But we will see what the Raiders can do. They were supposed to play 4 games, and I was really hyping that level game up all weekend, Jackson. Weather had to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, well, that's just Wyoming weather. A little bit of storm, a little bit of wind, a little bit of everything hit all at once. And that caused to a cancellation of the rest of that the Powell's Father's Day tournament. But, yeah, Riverton, I think that would have been a very good game, especially Riverton coming off that Mercy Rule game against Miles City. They were just on a hot streak, and let's see if they can get that continuing tonight.
Here's the throw to second, and we are going to get things started here at Roy Peck Field with your Riverton Raiders taking on the Rawlins Generals, as we'll see Matt Hill up to bat to start things off, wearing number 1 and playing the left field position here today. So Riverton has had Rawlins' hand in most of these matchups, Jackson, and Rawlins played yesterday too against Douglas, so they're playing some back-to-back games. Those will be 3 and 4 in a row.
On the way.
Yes, here's the first pitch. This is going to be hit to Beaver. Can he ground it in time? He won't. It's going to be an infield single to start things off for Matt Hill.
Great checkup from Beaver there. Even though he wasn't able to get that ball in time, him being able to hold it kind of shows some discipline on his end of making sure he didn't make a bad throw that could have gone out of play, giving the base runner a couple extra bases. So there's a couple different things that went into him holding the ball.
We'll see Paulson now, who's playing catcher for the Rawlins team, as he did pitch at the Father's Day, or not the Father's Day, the Roy Peck Wood Bat Tournament, where Riverton would go 4-0 on that one. As here's a bunt attempt here, as Paulson is going to get there safely, so basically a bunt for a single, and now you got 2 on.
Yeah, great bunt right there. Kind of reading nose seat down there at third, was kind of playing in line with the base path, and put it down there just weak enough to where Noseat had no time to get it and make a throw out, as now you have 2 runners on.
And now you're going to have a pitcher-pitcher matchup as Chiswick's up to bat here for the Generals, facing off against Ryan Cox. We got 2 on, no outs in this one.
Double play depth from the middle infielders here for the Raiders.
Here we go. Cox is going to deliver in another bunt, and look out. They're going to say hit by the pitch, so 3 batters in, and we already got the bases loaded, Jackson.
Not something you want to be doing if you are Ryan Cox. That's just not a strong way to be starting the game, and it doesn't give you great confidence going into it, especially since you have no outs.
As McCulloch is up to bat now, and Jackson, June 21st is the longest day of the year. It's the first day of the summer. I enjoy summer, but sometimes it gets a little too hot here. And especially this is a toasty one here. Here's a hit. There's a chance for 2. Hutchinson will give it to Beaver. Beaver will throw it to Hawk for the double play, but 1 does come in.
Yeah, great realization from Hutchinson right there, ready to bring it in. Realized he doesn't have the fastest runners on base against him. Was able just to make the fundamental plays that got him that double play. Now there's 2 outs with runner on third, as we are still only 1 run has scored in this top of the first inning for the Generals.
As we're going to see Holcomb, I believe that's how you pronounce that, up to bat here, wearing number 12 for the Generals. He's going to be playing second base here, as you got 2 outs, and you got 1 on third. As here's the pitch. This one going to be swung on. It's going to be fielded by Hutchinson, and he'll get that easy routine play for out number 3, as 1 does come in for the Generals, but Riverton's first opportunity up the bat will come up after this timeout. You're listening to Raider Baseball on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Young of HomeSource Realty and Lander provides professional realty services to Fremont County residents and businesses. Her focus is to provide the services you require for a successful outcome in your real estate transaction. Whether you're buying or selling a home, business, or commercial enterprise, she also works successfully within the agricultural arena. Reach Amber at 307-330-7100. Stop into the Lander office at 1632 Main Street or visit HomeSourceRealtyLander.com.
Tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel as Rawlins does put one on the board, but we are going to see the bottom of the first here as Riverton's lineup is pretty much the same here. We'll have Beaver, Anderson, and Hutchinson up to bat here, Jackson.
Yeah, talking about Beaver, he went 2 for 3 against Powell this weekend with one base on ball and scoring 1 run in that game. Then you look at the Miles City game, he went 1 for 3, 2 runs, a stolen base, a sac fly to score in one of those 16 runs, and then a hit by pitch he was able to get on. So not too bad of a weekend for him. He's hoping to start this week off pretty good as they go up to Miles City later this week.
And Rawlins they played Douglas yesterday. It was a long day. I want to be positive. I mean, they are a hard-fought team. They don't give up. It was just a rough day for them yesterday against Douglas as they're playing their third and fourth game in 2 days.
Yeah, long 2 days, especially out in this Wyoming heat, but they didn't play anything over the weekend, so they should be a little bit rested for this 4-game span.
As we'll see Beaver to start things off here as the first pitch will be a little high and inside for ball 1. As now we got 1-0 count here as Chiswick again pitching for the Generals today.
Chiswick's shaking off a lot of pitches up there on the mound as there's going to be another ball outside.
That'll be an early 2-0 count here. Again, Beaver, Anderson, Hutchinson, their first 3 to start things off. As Chiswick will again pitch this one inside for ball 3, so a hitter's count sitting at 3-0.
Great discipline so far from Beaver, realizing that Riverton probably has the advantage on offense here. Just want to go up there, take his pitch, and want to swing at anything that's not his. So there comes a walk right there for Beaver, and Riverton gets their leadoff hitter on base.
Yeah, 4 pitches, 4 balls. Is now going to bring up Jory Anderson. And he had himself a pretty good batting at the tournament, I believe, as well, especially against Miles City. Might not got the hits, but he was able to walk on base.
Jory Anderson's biggest threat is his speed. When he get on there, within 2 pitches, he could be at third base if he starts off at first.
Here's a steal attempt here. That is going to be a strike. There's the throwdown, and it's going to be safe. And now you got Beaver advancing to second. That pitch will be strike 1. But now you got a runner in scoring position with no outs.
Great jump from Beaver right there, kind of reading the pitcher's movements. And then as soon as that slight movement to home goes, he goes.
As Anderson will let that pitch go inside for ball 1. Again, Anderson from Whirlwind, Wyoming. Came here to Riverton to play some baseball this season. And you got here a little late, but I mean, you can tell he is making an impact. Here's that one. Watch out, goes behind Anderson, and that will be ball 2. So only 1 strike has been thrown by Chiswick to start this game. You have 7 pitches in. You're about to see the 8th pitch in this inning for Chiswick. Chiswick checks second, now delivers. Here's a swing. That'll be fouled off third base side for strike 2 as the count evens out.
Not a bad swing from Anderson right there. He likes those outside pitches. That's what he saw a lot of in that Powell's tournament, and he was able to square a couple up, but he loves those and took a chance for it as now it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, as Riverton got pretty much all kinds of pitches in that game, as Anderson will swing this off, and it will be another foul. We remain at a 2-2 count, but yeah, Raiders were liking the inside-outside pitches, but didn't get really much down the middle unless they were looking at it.
Well, that's a spot most pitchers do not want to put that ball down there.
As Anderson will hit that one to left field. This one is deep. This one is gone. Jory Anderson with the home run. It gets 2 on the board. Nice hit there from Jory Anderson.
We were just talking about not leaving a pitch over the middle for this Raiders crew, and that's what happened, and he sent that one to the river.
That is the second home run for the Raiders since Sunday, actually, as you had Christopher Rennick hit one in Powell, and then Jory Anderson just moments ago. Is the hitting for Riverton doesn't seem to have gone away since Sunday.
Now that offense has stayed in their pocket as now they lead 2-1 here, still with no outs on the scoreboard.
As you're about to see one of the best batters really for this Raiders squad and really in the state. As here's the first pitch. Hutchinson let that go high for ball 1.
Yeah, if I'm Chiswick here, I do not want to throw this man a strike. Especially what he's done over this. Another one might leave the park here if he leaves that same pitch over.
Here's the pitch. Hutchinson chips that off for strike 1. As we had a couple moments from Hutchinson at the Roy Peck as he stole home and then had an RBI triple to win the game against Lovell for the championship. As Chiswick delivers this pitch, Hutchinson fouls this time to the third base side for strike 2.
You have to think Hutchinson just saw Jory Anderson send one deep. He might be trying to do the same thing, load up his swing a little bit, swing for the fences, swing out of his shoes. Maybe that's what we've seen his last 2 swings from him.
Chiswick gets ready to deliver. Now it does. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low outside for ball 2. Count evens up at 2 apiece.
Still no outs on the scoreboard in dead center, so great spot to put it almost anywhere.
Here's next pitch. Chiswick delivers. Hutchinson swings this one to left field. As this one is also gone. That is back-to-back home runs. As Hutchinson will get the home run for the Riverton Raiders. And it's now 3-1 as we will have that replay here in just a moment.
Yeah, great swing from Hutchinson right there. Like what we were talking about. Don't leave a ball over the middle for this man. And he sent it to basically the same spot that Anderson sent his, right over that left field fence. As here we have the replay for that swing.
As that is a nice swing there from Nathan Hutchinson. I believe, that is the hit right there. Is now it's 3-1 in favor of the Raiders. As now we're going to see Hunter Houck up now as he'll let that first pitch go outside for ball 1.
If you are in this Riverton lineup, you just want to keep putting these bats on these balls and seeing if they can fly just like your other teammates.
Chiswick delivers this one. Watch out. That goes right over Houck, but that almost hit the baseball bat too, Jackson.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to be careful for balls coming at you. You got to make sure you drop that bat because I've seen it multiple times where batters forget to drop that bat. That ball ricochets right in the fair territory. They don't even know it.
As that one goes low and inside for ball 2, is I really like that replay, Jackson. I enjoyed pushing that button. I finally got one on a home run. So
I think Hutchinson enjoyed that home run just a little bit more than you hit.
Hitting a button. All I had to do, hitting the button, just getting the replays there. As Hunter Houck will finally see a pitch go by for strike 1.
So now for Riverton, 3 batters have gone up. All 3 batters have come in to score. It's a good policy so far for this Raiders crew, as there's going to be a hit by pitch on Houck.
So we remain at no outs here, as it's 3-1 with a runner on first. As Derek DeVries will come up to bat here. Didn't play on Sunday for the Raiders, but back in the lineup today.
Yeah, he played pretty good against Powell, going 2 for 4 on that game with 1 run scored, 1 stolen base, and only struck out once. So as there's going to be a high pop fly, looking like to the second baseman, a simple can of corn right there for him.
Easy out right there, as that's going to be McCulloch for the out, and finally the Rawlins Generals getting out. So we'll see Carter Noseep now up to bat with 1 out. You got 1 on, as if I'm not mistaken, we're hitter number 6 on this lineup? 6 or 7? Yeah, 6. As here's a steal attempt here. Noseep chips that backwards for strike 1.
This Raiders crew is getting really aggressive here. As there is going to be a stolen base. Oh, no, he's going to have to go back for the foul ball.
The foul ball, yeah. Yes, he took off as soon as that pitch goes, but
little hidden run was put on there from the Raiders. See if they can get more of this offense rolling.
Halk on first. Chizik going to try a pickoff attempt there, but we'll just hold it.
I was guessing that was coming a little bit different of a rhythm from this pitcher, not just bringing it in and going like we see right there.
That pitch goes outside for strike. Or no, excuse me. What, ball 2 or ball 1?
Ball 1.
Okay. Sometimes always behind Jackson. I appreciate you doing the stat keeping.
Of course.
Here's a steal attempt there. That one going to be low. It's a ball, and Halk is going to slide safely to second.
Great jump from Halk. He was reading that was at a downward angle, going to be in the dirt. And even though he got dirty, there was no throwdown. But who doesn't love to get the whites a little dirty?
Yeah, Riverton Raiders in their white uniforms with the red letters and numbers with some black accent. Here's a pitch. That one going to be low for ball 3 as No Seep now sitting at a hitter's count 3-1.
Now he really can just look for his pitch. It's either going to be the pitch he wants, he's going to take a swing at it, or it could be a walk. So he's in a great position with the 3-1 count here.
Really can do whatever he wants as he'll swing on that one. Just a little high, but enough for No Seep to swing and miss on that one.
And that's something we see more nowadays. It used to be maybe 4 to 5 years ago, a high pitch, if you got a batter swinging, they were lucky. Now you see a lot more high pitches and a lot more swinging, as we're going to see ball 4 there for No Seep, and he'll make his way to first base. But, yeah, a lot of high fastballs get swung at nowadays compared to 4 to 5 years ago. It's just a crazy development that has happened in this game of baseball.
Yes, got our Rockies playing 3 games starting today against Miami. So we're going to see the runners advance a base off the pass ball, there. And that moves everybody 1 base up, and we still have 1 out, Jackson, and now you got 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, so honestly, anything to the outfield, you could see 2 runs come in quickly. A pop fly deep or even mid outfield, you'll see 1 runner tag up from third. So there's multiple opportunities here for Riverton to extend the lead.
As Baker hits that one to right field, and that's going to be not caught. And this should be 2 runs coming in. No, they're going to hold No Seep at third, but 1 again does come in for the score. It's 4-1 in favor of the Raiders.
Yeah, looks like he just lost it out there and just was not able to bring that in. So that extends the Riverton's offense with only 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
So now you're going to see Ryan Cox's Baker just had to go take his stuff to the coach, and we're back ready to go. Ryan Cox, the pitcher for the Raiders today. Starting things off is Chizik will deliver that first pitch. Cox will hit that one to second base, and there's going to be out number 2, but a run does come in.
Yeah, great play from the second baseman right there. Realizing No Seep a little too fast to have any play at home. Just took the easy out going first. Now the Raiders have 2 outs against them.
McCulloch getting credit for that play there, and we're going to see Christopher Reddick, who hit a home run on Sunday against Miles City. With 2 outs, you got 1 on. That first pitch is going to be ball 1.
Not only did Redding hit a home run in that game, he also hit a triple. He was just on fire in that game. It was crazy. He also drew a couple walks in that Miles City game.
Second pitch, outside, ball 2. Now you got a 2-0 count with 2 outs. So an opportunity here for the Raiders to add another run in this inning in the bottom of the first. That one low and inside for ball 3. So a 3-0 count for Rennig.
We're so used to saying top of the first. That whole tournament up in Powell, Riverton was away. Even though they coin flipped for home and away, Riverton just could not get a home bid for that.
Which it works as that's going to be ball 4. So another 4-pitch count. And it's going to be runners at the corners. But, yeah, Raiders really didn't get lucky with the coin flip. But they get 1 win out of that, which is, you want to be over 500. But, you were supposed to play 4. And, like I mentioned, I was hyping up that level game and was not excited that it was called as there was a potential double steal attempt, but the catcher holds on.
Yeah, no, so the Raiders have batted through the lineup as Beaver comes up for his second at-bat in this inning. His first at-bat led to a walk as he's going to hit it through right past the first baseman and get off of single. And Riverton's going to bring in 2 runs there as they're going to extend their lead to 8-1.
I believe 7-1.
7-1, my bad. I thought they were going to put on another run after that.
As Jory Anderson for his second at-bat. He hit a home run in his first at-bat. That was a good hit right there by Jory Anderson. As they're going to continue to let Chiswick pitch here. You got to wonder what the pitching strategy is going to be here for the Generals today.
Yeah, a lot of pitching might have been used in those other two games. We don't have all the stats on there, so we don't know how limited their arms are, as that's going to be a ball one pitch.
So 1-0 count for Anderson to start things. This is his second at-bat here. 2 outs. You got one on first. Pitch. Anderson swings this to the third base side, but it fouls off for a 1-1 count.
If you're Anderson, you got to be thinking you want to send another one over deep left field. Just who doesn't want to have a 2-home-run game, especially just putting on as many RBIs, maybe padding the stats a little bit. So you wonder what's going through Anderson's mind.
Have you ever had a 2-run home run day, Jackson? As Anderson swings on that one for strike 2.
A while ago, but keyword on a while.
A while. Yeah, Jackson, a former Legion player, a collegiate player for himself. I just realized you played in Nebraska.
Doane University out there playing NAIA level. Anderson's going to get hit by a pitch right there, right in the shoulder. Just a little chip shot right off there, as there is going to be a mound visit from the Generals.
And you got to wonder what this conversation is he's bringing in. The coach is bringing in all the infield, and yeah, the ball hasn't been given up, so I think you're going to continue to see Chiswick up to pitch. Probably just trying to settle things down here with Raiders up big.
Absolutely, just kind of asking how they're feeling, what's going through their heads, what can kind of just at this point you're down 6 runs still in the bottom of the first inning. You just got to kind of reassure your guys, make sure that everyone's on the same track.
Now you got the umpire.
Yeah, they're just trying to speed up this game a little bit.
Okay.
You can't be out on the mound for super long, so they're just trying to speed up the game, make sure they're not stalling a little bit.
No, it makes sense. That's the first time I've seen that happen since I have started calling for the Raiders. You started last weekend. Again, I appreciate you joining the broadcast team, Jackson.
Of course, I'm happy to be along with the County 10 crew.
As we will have plenty of coverage for you guys for the rest of the season. As Hutchinson is going to foul that off. That was a pretty good hit right there. But it is strike 1.
Man, I haven't seen a hole dug in the ground for that long of how hard he was trying to swing and turn that back foot in the dirt. He's really trying to send that ball out.
Runners on first and second. Hutchinson will hit that over. It's going to get between the baseman, and now you got Beaver coming in. You got now Anderson coming in. Hutchinson going to go for 3, and he is going to be safe. And that brings in 2 runs.
And now Hutchinson is going to try to score.
Oh, now you got to score.
He just hit it inside the Parker.
Yeah, great job. Great triple by Hutchinson right there. That ball, he was trying to get Rawlins were trying to throw him out at third. That ball hit his helmet and deflected off to the left foul line fence and allowed him to regain himself and score. So it was a triple and a throw and advancing on the throw from
That's what I was going to ask here.
That's officially a triple.
As here's the first pitch for Hunter Howe, because that's going to be outside. Ball 1. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Wanted to double check before I said inside the home runs. What, a triple advancing on the throw, or would it be an error for
It'd be
Rawlins?
An error by the shortstop, a throwing error, as it was just a little bit errant, nailing Hutchinson in the head, which allowed him to score. So, yeah, it's only going to be a throwing error. It's no fielding error, but it's too bad for him trying to get 2 different types of home runs. But he has a little bit of confidence now. Maybe he can try for inside the park next one.
That last pitch was fouled off the first base side. Houck will let that pitch go by for ball 2. So 2-1 count here. Listening to watching Raider baseball. I always keep saying listening, even though it is video, as that one goes low for ball 3.
Well, something about a lot of what people do is they turn on baseball, even if they're watching on MLB Network, ESPN, anywhere they watch baseball, and you can just learn the game or understand the game just by listening to it. You don't even need to be watching it. You can be doing chores. You can be doing anything. And that's how easy baseball is to listen to if you have the right commentators telling you what's going on during the game, as there's going to be a base on balls right there by Hulk.
And I'm just learning a lot more of this game with you along, Jackson. You know, I mean, really kind of beginning last year is when you were kind of getting me going with baseball and learning the game more. And, I mean, it's fun to watch baseball as DeVries hits that straight backwards for strike one.
Yeah, baseball is a very complex game to understand if you are a new person to it, but all it takes is a little sit down, a little pay attention, and you can start to learn the basics of it. It's just like any other sport.
Here's the pitch from Chiswick. DeVries hits that to center field. Is there a chance for out number 3? And the Rawlins Generals getting out number 3 as Riverton scores 10 before. I actually gave him an extra run. It's the top of the second coming up. 10-1 your score. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, Fremont County. Hey folks, it's firewood season again. For all of your chainsaw needs, check out the Baldwin Creek Rental Center. Need a chain sharpened or maybe a new chain? We can help. Is your old saw getting tired? We sell and service a complete line of Makita power tools. So for everything chainsaw, think Baldwin Creek Rental Center. Stop out and see us at 675 Baldwin Creek or give us a call at 335-8750.
John Shade, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Lander Tigers on KOVE. Call John Shade or stop by my office at 824 West Main Street for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member S.
And we're back from the break here on the County 10 YouTube channel as your score. Riverton 10, Rawlins 1, as Riverton almost made it through the lineup twice, Jackson.
Yeah, they got to about the 6th spot, but like you said, 10 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors committed by the Generals defense, and only 1 runner left on base. So great job from this Riverton Raiders offense, being able to keep up what they were doing on that weekend game on Sunday against Miles City and bring it to this ball to today and at this ballpark, and just doing a great job for them.
As again, this is a conference matchup, so this game actually is a big game for the Raiders. That first pitch for Cox is going to be low in ball 1.
Absolutely. They're 2-0 so far in the conference, but this could really help them if sweeping these games, and what we're seeing from their offense so far, they have the possibility at doing this.
Yeah, 2-0 already. That's a nice pitch getting the outside corner for strike 1 from Ryan Cox. And the Raiders did play Rawlins to start their conference season, and they got 2 wins out of that, playing in Rawlins too. So they got Rawlins here today. They got Green River next week, which we'll have that action for you guys. And that was a fun defensive game to call, Jackson. I know you were here for that one, but that was a really tough defensive game for us. So I'm curious to see how that game is going to transpire, but we still got this one for you guys as Cox delivers that pitch. That's going to go to right field as Noseep's going to try to go for the catch, and that's going to be dropped.
Great
single.
Great hustle play by Noseep, but Redding. By Redding.
Noseep. You're right. Noseep.
By Redding.
Yeah, no, that's Noseep out in right field. So you're good.
I have two right fielders, so that was really throwing me off.
Now you got the Generals on with a runner on first. Now it's going to bring up number 9, Arch Vetleta. I pronounced with a mispronunciation. There's a pickoff attempt, and you got the runner safe on first.
No, but going back to us talking about conference play, something to note: any games played in a tournament base between conference opponents do not count towards that conference record. So say in this Powell Day tournament, as there's going to be a pitch and a steal attempt here, Baker throw just a little bit too late as Beaver was able to wrestle that one in, but the Rawlins base runner were able to slide under. But going back to the conference games, any conference game played in a tournament play, it does not count towards their conference record. Say, like this last weekend, Riverton and Green River were in the same tournament. If they would have played each other, that would have not counted towards a conference game.
Is that because they would have played on a neutral field and they didn't play at home, or just
it's because it's an unscheduled conference game.
Gotcha.
So that's why that has, as there's going to be a short pop foul pop fly into the Rawlins dugout. But, yeah, just because that is an unscheduled conference game, that does not count towards a conference record. That goes in any style of baseball, up to the Legion level, up to MLB if they had tournament play, all the way down to a 10U baseball. So that is something to be keeping care of.
That's a nice strike there from Ryan Cox. Again, I want to make sure I pronounce his name correct. Archuleta is the one up to bat. Again, you got a runner on second. You got no outs. It's a 1-2 count here for Ryan Cox against Archuleta. As Cox checks second, he's going to try to pick off. A nice pick off. Boy, just wasn't able to corral the ball, was Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson not able to bring that one in. Great pickoff move from Cox.
That was weird.
He had him sleep. He had the base runner sleeping at second and had him stranded out on an island, but Hutchinson was not able to bring that perfect pickoff in. So as the Generals going to keep their second base runner here.
Yes, here's the pitch from Cox. That one will go inside for ball 2. That was a interesting pickoff kind of move, I guess, from my view. But
yeah, that's just a quick pickoff from second, but a move like that commits the pitcher to second. If he doesn't throw it, it becomes an automatic balk, as there's going to be a high ball 3 pitch here from Cox.
Cox has got one on, and Archuleta is sitting at an even count, or a full count, excuse me.
And that's something we saw a lot of in Powell was balks. I think we called 3 or 4 balks. Usually you only have 1 or 2 per season, as there's going to be another foul ball, keeping the full count here for Riverton. But, yeah, a lot of balks happening in that Powell's Father's Day tournament.
Yeah, there was quite a few, actually. I mean, the umpiring, too, was pretty good, too. I mean, credit to them for
it was pretty consistent out there, so that's always an important thing for the umpires.
Nice strikeout looking. Archuleta gets caught looking. Ryan Cox gets a strikeout.
First strikeout for today from Cox.
Now you're going to see number 13 for the Generals up to bat here. That's going to be the number 8 hitter, Chiswick. The other Chiswick, excuse me. He's going to be playing the second base position. As I was wrong about McCulloch, he's playing third. As Cox get called for the balk. So now runner goes to third.
So now with 1 out, Vegas is at.
As you got Coach Wally just checking, making sure that was the correct call, and he doesn't have an issue with that.
I think he does, but I think he realizes there's no point of arguing that call.
That first pitch of this at bat is in for strike 1.
Going back to that block, I was watching the umpire's explanation of it, that he was moving the shoulders, but he was making a pickoff move. He's allowed to move his shoulders on a pickoff move, so that's an interesting, as there's going to be a short ground ball, and
DeVries can't handle it, and it's going to bring a run in, and you got a single from Chiswick. So a run scores. It's 10-2 now. A runner on first with 1 out. And now you got just a time here, just taking the gloves off.
1 out.
Was Chiswick?
Yeah, well, DeVries tried to barehand it, so maybe that jammed one of his fingers over there as he was trying to, as I saw him shaking out his hand over at third base. So he tried to barehand it. He ended up with an error on that.
As here is Taffner, for strike 1 as he is up to bat. Or Trinity Drafter,
Still only 1 out in this inning.
So Taffer up to bat here. You got 1 on. That lead not big. As here's a bunt attempt here as this one goes straight for us.
I was trying to catch that one. There's a little hole in the fence. I had it.
I don't know about the hole there, Jackson, but
Riverton in a spot. They could end this inning with this batter. Quick double play. Middle infielder sitting at double play depth. Beaver sitting in a spot to really try if the runner steals or anything.
As there's a foul tip for another strike,
Beaver tried to bring that one in. If he would have caught it, it would have been out number 2, but was not able to bring it in. Drops it, and Taffner gets to keep his at-bat alive.
0-2 count here. Cox will deliver. This one swung on. This is going to go to right field. No seat. Will get under it for out number 2.
No seat misread that one a little bit, but great job of correcting it. He ran a little bit too for the Raiders.
So back to the top of the order here. Matt Hill up to bat. Playing the left field position today.
Yeah, great infield single by him last time. Hit the Beaver. They were not really, the Riverton infield was not in great coordination, as there's going to be another pickoff attempt from Cox, but Beaver grounded that ball in, and Matto was just too fast and was able to get an infield single.
Yeah, Cox checking first often, but like I said a moment ago, it's not really a big leadoff for Chiswick. As you got time called, or do you have another call here?
There's a possibility of a balk here because I didn't hear or see time called from the home plate umpire. So there's a possibility in him not throwing the ball could be a chance of a balk, as umpires are going to be.
They're going to say 2 strikes. So that's I don't know what just happened. They said a balk. I heard balk.
No, there was no balks. 2 strikes were awarded for Cox, but
this one swung on. This one goes straight, hits the top.
Everybody's making sure the cameras are good.
I lost that ball.
It literally hit probably right straight up top of us. Luckily, there's a roof and something to protect the camera.
So 0-2 count, but I'm
still confused what happened there.
I still don't know how we got to 2 strikes. I've played 15 years of baseball, all the way from T-ball all the way up to the collegiate level, and I've never seen out of nowhere, especially since a ball wasn't thrown from the pitcher, 2 strikes awarded to a batter for no reason. We might have to look up some of the rules during the break, but I've never seen that in my time. So hopefully we can get a little more explanation for you guys, but that's going to cause ball 1 for this batter. But yeah,
okay. So here's the message: 2 strikes to the batter, as he didn't call time in the time that Ryan went pitching.
That's
how they are saying it right now.
If you're looking at game changer, we don't know.
They're saying though, DeVries gets out. So we're still figuring this out. We will double check everything, as that hit was out for out number 3. We will have the bottom of the second coming up. It's the Raiders up 10-2.
Hey, where's Joe?
Shane sent him over to the furniture warehouse. He should be back any time.
Wait, that was last week. That warehouse is packed with a mother load of furniture. We're getting new trucks every few days. Do you think Joe got lost in all the boxes?
We need to move a mother load of furniture.
It's the Motherload Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander. Help Gamble's dig out from all of the post-COVID supply craziness and stop in now through the 10th of June. All upholstered furniture is marked down an additional 20% from the sale prices. Brands you love like Lazy Boy, Southern Motion, Flex Steel, and more. Plus, all mattresses are marked down for Memorial Day. Ease your back with a new mattress from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, or Stearns & Foster. It's all at the Motherload Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander through June 10th. And remember, delivery from Gamble's is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. Gamble's on Main Street in Lander.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channels. We are still trying to figure out what happened there, as right now we're hearing that the pitcher was, I guess, set or ready to go, and they didn't call time, or...
Well, the batter stepped out of the box with no time, which and caused the pitcher not to throw the pitch or make sure not to follow through on the pitch, which awarded no pitch, 2 strikes on the batter. Then that's for no strikes on the board. That is an interesting. Again, we'll figure it out as this goes. It's going to be Chiswick continuing to pitch here. As Tommy Chiswick going to continue pitching here. It's the bottom of the second. The Raiders are up 10-2. We'll see Carter Nosey to bat off here to begin this inning, while Baker on deck.
So no seep up to bat now as we get ready for the bottom of the second here. Chiswick delivers this one inside for ball one.
Inside, ball one.
As the Raiders got through almost their entire lineup twice, no seep is the sixth batter in this lineup as he'll hit that one to second base, but he gets between the gloves for a single as it's going to be looks to be an error on Chiswick as this just bounces a little too high in the glove. As now you got Braden Baker up to bat. Up to bat now as he trying to see how he started off there.
RBI double in the first.
There's a pickoff attempt. No seep stays safe though at first. It's 10-2 in favor of the Raiders as Baker lets that pitch go by for ball one. So it's a 1-0 count here.
1 ball, no strikes, nobody out.
Again, second at bat here in this inning for the Raiders as they had a good inning as Baker will hit this up. And there's a chance for the out, and it drops. And here's a chance for a force out at second, and it is going to be because no seep thought it was going to be a catch.
Yeah, it just kind of caught him off guard. That's a little old school trick you could usually see back if there's usually two runners on base at short outside pop fly. The outfielder drops it. They have a chance of getting a double play when there usually would not be the chance. But right there, it was unintentional. Just they could not get to that short fly ball out there in the outfield.
Ryan Cox up now to bat as that first pitch could be low for ball one. And with that, there's a rule though, I believe, like you can't forcibly let it go and have a double play. That's called
the infield fly rule. But that only extends to a certain length in the outfield.
Gotcha. We got a 1-0 count. It's Ryan Cox. There's the pitch. He'll swing and miss for strike one. So Cox sits at an even count at one apiece with one out. Pitch. Swing, miss, strike two is maybe Chiswick's got something here.
Yeah, being able to get out of this bottom half of the inning would be a big improvement for this Generals team of what happened in that first inning.
Outside ball two. Now you got to count at 2-2 or 1-2. Should be 2-2, but I might be wrong again. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. As Tommy Chiswick gets an out. Now you got Christopher Rennig up to bat for the Riverton Raiders. Wearing number 8. Playing left field.
Walked the last time, stole second base as he's going to wear a pitch there and can get back on base with that HBP.
I like how you said that, wear a pitch.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
a lot of people, if you ever are listening to even usually Legion games, Little League, everyone will yell wear it. If it's kind of just a mentality of I'm willing to do anything at any cost to get on base for my team, as Beaver's going to swing it and foul tip.
As now it's an 0-1 count here is Riverton going to be traveling to Montana this weekend.
Go play in a Harry Griffith baseball tournament out in Miles City, hosted by the Mavericks up there. Not the same Miles City team that they saw in the Powell Father's Day tournament, but the Legion team up there this time.
Beaver has a 1-1 count. As we got a busy week next week, Jackson, with baseball, as we'll have back-to-back Lander Legend games. And then we have the second home conference game with Green River.
Yeah, that will be an interesting week for sports in Fremont County, especially baseball, as there's going to be another hit by the batter.
So now bases load up with a man who has just hit a home run in the last inning in his first at-bat.
Yeah, very dangerous guy to move over or to bring up to the plate with the bases loaded. But honestly, if you were going to take the chance, Barry Bonds, and walk him with the bases loaded, you're bringing in an even more dangerous guy up after him with Hutchinson.
Exactly. As here's the pitch. Anderson is going to let that pitch go by for the outside corner for strike one. So 0-1 count here with a loaded back.
He's not really worried about the count. He knows he can hit it as he's going to swing and a miss there. But he wants his pitch, and now he has to expand the zone a little bit with 2 strikes. But let's see what he can do. He's a phenomenal hitter up there at the plate.
Tommy Chizik will deliver. Anderson lets that pitch go low for ball 1 as he holds everybody at their bases. So 1-2 count now for Anderson. 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch. Anderson swing. That's going to be a single for Anderson maybe. And you might have a Rennick come in. Here's the throw, but it's going to be Rennick just basically walking, and then now you have the runners in scoring position. That brings in 2 runs.
Great single by Anderson right there, and then he moved up to second on the throw, but driving in 2 runs right there, very important as we bring the big bat of Hutchinson up to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position now, both of them with very good speed in Beaver and Anderson that sit on second and third.
Hutchinson also had a home run for the Raiders in the first inning. As Hutchinson will hit that. Look out, Beaver. He ducks, and that's going to be fouled off.
Beaver hit the deck right there, making sure, even though he was in foul territory, no one wants to get hit by a baseball coming off the bat. That's just one of the scary things, especially down there on the third baseline.
Yeah, and the MLB, I mean, for all kinds of things, has done their part to make sure safety has been emphasized. I mean, there is safety here, of course, with the fencing and everything, just to make sure you're A-OK. As Hutchinson sits with a 1-1 count, as he'll hit that one to the first base side, but that will be a foul ball for strike 2. So 1-2 count now with 2 outs. Runners with Beaver on third, Anderson at second. Chizik delivers. Hutchinson's going to hit that one. This one's going deep. This one is gone.
Hutchinson, great pitch. As soon as he saw that ball off the bat, he put his head down and started his home run jog. He knew that ball was gone before he even left the left-handed batter's box. Great hit by him in the exact same location as the other 2 home runs today. Just phenomenal job by Hutchinson. Two home run day.
There's 3
home runs. Yeah, 3 total.
2 of them by Hutchinson, 1 Jory Anderson. Is the catcher talks with Chizik. Is that one Hutchinson?
Yeah, just
beautiful phenomenal
job.
Day by everybody. I mean,
exactly.
Really everybody.
And now it's going to be a 15-2 ball game. This Riverton offense is just on point.
As now you got the catcher going to the dugout.
Looks like he's having a little bit of an equipment issue. A strap on his helmet is off, and he will not be able to play with that helmet until it's fixed. So there's going to take a little bit of a timeout from this team as they're trying to fix that strap over there.
We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to the Raiders baseball on the County 10 YouTube channel. It's 15-2. Back after this. And we're going to be coming right back here as soon as I play the ad, or about to play the ad. You got the catcher coming back as
Hunter Houck so far in this game, officially 0 for 0. He has been hit by a pitch and walked, so he's had 2 at-bats, but 0 plate appearances officially.
That first pitch is ball 1. Again, nobody on with 2 outs. After that home run by Nathan Hutchinson, Houck will swing this one, and it's going to go over the head for a single as Hunter Houck gets safely on first.
You got to love a good old-fashioned bad hop. Nothing better if you are an infielder. You're setting up on a simple ground ball. That's what you think an out 3 would be here for the and that ball bounced up, what do you say, 10 feet right there?
That was a pretty good bounce.
About 5 feet over the shortstop's head out there, but nothing the Generals could have done about that. So Houck gets on base.
Got one on. DeVries up to bat here as he'll swing on that one. Goes to the third base side for strike one.
You got to be DeVries so far 0 for 2 on the day. Both fly outs to center field and the second baseman so far in this game.
So DeVries going to try to get on base here for the first time. Here's the pitch. And now DeVries will wear it down to first base. See, I can learn off you by saying that.
And now we bat through the order. We're batting through the order again as we are still only in the second inning. Now we're going to have another mound visit happen. You got to think there has to be a pitching change on this one.
And we will go to commercial break as we'll find out. We'll let you know more after this.
Hey, where's Joe?
Shane sent him over to the furniture warehouse. He should be back anytime.
Wait, that was last week. That warehouse is packed with a mother load of furniture. We're getting new trucks every few days. Do you think Joe got lost in all the boxes?
We need to move a mother load of furniture.
It's the Motherlode Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander. Help Gamble's dig out from all of the post-COVID supply craziness and stop in now through the 10th of June. All upholstered furniture is marked down an additional 20% from the sale prices. Brands you love like Lazy Boy, Southern Motion, Flex Steel, and more. Plus, all mattresses are marked down for Memorial Day. Ease your back with a new mattress from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, or Stearns & Foster. It's all at the Motherlode Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander through June 10th. And remember, delivery from Gamble's is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. Gamble's on Main Street in Lander.
Hey, where's Joe?
Wyoming Catholic College is a proud sponsor of County 10 Sports. They have sponsored the Academic Spotlight and Student of the Week all season long for Lander Valley High School and are excited to bring you today's broadcast. Located in downtown Lander, they congratulate all the students and staff on a great school year and wish them all a happy and safe summer. The break here on the County 10 YouTube channel is we do have a pitching change. It's going to be the third baseman college. Hopefully I say that correctly. Against Carter Noseep to start things off. You got 2 on with 2 outs. And here's a hit to right field, and it drops. And now you can see 2 score here. Here comes 1. Here's a second run, and 2 more runs get on the board. It's 17-2.
Just another error committed by this Generals team, and they just cannot find a break right now. They've had 2 outs basically in the entirety of this inning, and now the Raiders have batted through this lineup. So great offense by the Raiders. You can't say the same thing for the Generals defense. So it's just an unfortunate set of events for this Rawlins team.
So we'll see Braden Baker up to bat now. As here we go. Here's the first pitch. This one going to be swung on. This goes right into the infield for out number 3 as the Raiders get more runs on the board. We'll have the top of the third coming up. You're listening to the Raiders Baseball on the County 10 YouTube channel.
The Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care are happy to introduce their newest provider, psychiatrist Dr. John Bates. Born and raised in Eastern Oregon, Dr. Bates spent 4 years in the Marines, became a registered nurse, and then on to medical school with his residency in psychiatry. He's been in private practice since 2006. Dr. Bates is now accepting new patients. Call to schedule your appointment with the Lander Medical Clinic East at 332-1551 or visit the website at landermedicalclinic.com.
One time, my dad flipped a burger 8 times in the air before catching it right on the bun.
Yeah? Well, one time my dad flipped the patty 10 times and caught it over his shoulder.
You don't have to prove to us that your dad's the best and he deserves the best. Find a gift for the man that does it all at Porter's Mountain View Supply. Outdoor kitchen equipment from top brands like Weber Grills, Green Mountain Grills, Big Green Egg, and Louisiana Grills. Plus, all the bells and whistles that'll make that puppy sing. Porter's Mountain View Supply in Casper.
And we're back here on the County Dad YouTube channel. It's 17-2 in favor of the Raiders, and they're just having themselves a hitting day, Jackson.
Absolutely. It's basically batting practice out here for them with how often they're getting these hits. I've stopped adding the hit total. I haven't had enough time in between innings to do that. As like you said, 17-2, 15-run difference so far in this third inning, and I believe if we might not see the bottom of this inning. I don't know the exact.
It is 7 innings, so
I think
it's the third. Yeah,
they have to play 3 innings at minimum, so we can expect we might see a mercy run here.
As here's a swing and a miss for strike one, as we are seeing the catcher Paulson up to bat here, and so that 2-strike thing that happened, we finally figured it out. We were just behind a count. We thought it was an 0-0 count, but there was 1 strike, so it was basically a 1 strike added to that.
Yeah, and that's our apologies on that, but we are glad we got that cleared up for you. But I was just thinking the entire time, like, I've never seen 2 strikes. I've never seen 2 strikes awarded for out of the blue. So
there's a chip off for strike 2. It's the 1-1 count or 1-2 count now. As both had an 0-0 count, and the umpire said 2 strikes, so that's what got us. So we've. Again, like Jackson said, we are glad that we cleared it up, as this is going to be foul. As here's a chance for an out, and it's going to be not caught as DeVries is not able to make the catch.
DeVries loses his hat in the process, and I think that might have had something to do with it. He's looking directly up at that sun, and that could have played a little bit of a different situation,
Yeah.
So it could have played a very big part.
1-2 count. Cox continues to pitch here as he is facing off against Paulson. As watch out, as Paulson will get to first base for the Generals.
And that missed catch over on the third base side for foul is going to catch up to Cox right there.
As now we have a new batter up now for the Generals. It's going to be number 7, Tommy Chiswick, who was a pitcher and now has been relieved.
Now he's over there playing third base, but it's just a rough day up there. You're just pitching. There's going to be a stolen bag attempt. Baker, good throw down, and not in time, though.
So Paulson advances to second on the steal. Just a little behind on that one. It was Baker.
Yeah,
but he's throwing it pretty accurately to get there. Just might get a little bit faster with that.
No, absolutely. And then at this point,
River Outdoor Company scoreboard shows it. This is my favorite part, Jackson. This is your first time calling here at home. If you look at right field on your screen, there is a load of cars. I mean, that's awesome to see as that one bounces off the catcher, and it's going to be a ball.
Yeah, there's not a lot better of a spot than sitting out in either right or left field or even center in the tailgate of a truck or a car, sipping some cold drinks on a hot summer night, and there's nothing better. That's why I love the game of baseball. It's beautiful. Friday Night Lights has something about it for football, but summer baseball nights are just beautiful. As there's going to be a steal attempt, Baker's not going to be able to throw it over in time, and as the Rawlins base runner is going to make it safe for the Generals.
So Paulson gets on third, and I was going to say too, Jackson, if you were here at the Riverton alumni games, if you were able to watch that action, we have it on the YouTube channel. There was 2 rows of the Raiders play alumni players. There's a swing there from Chiswick. Beaver checks third, goes to first at home as Houck, but Paulson comes in to score.
And like we said, 17-3. No reason to trying to get a guy out at home. You have a 14-run lead, but it's a good way to get in a routine if you are Beaver out there at second base, fielding that ground ball, checking the runner at third, see what he's doing. In a close game, that could come out to play very beneficial of trying to throw the guy out at home and save a run, but he just goes for the first for the quick out with 2 outs in this inning.
As Lee swings on that one, fouls that off for strike 1.
Correction, 1 out in this inning.
So 1 out. You got nobody on now, but a run did come in for the Generals. They have at least gotten a run every inning in this one so far.
Yeah, but they just have not been able to keep up with the dominant offense of Riverton so far, as that one's going to be a ball in the dirt.
As we will have a 1-1 count with 1 out, nobody on. as the Raiders are leading this one on your Winter Outdoor Company scoreboard 17-3 in the top of the third. We still got one more game after this, as this will be swinging on to the third base side. DeVries picks it up. Can he make the throw in time? And cannot. And now you got Lee advancing to second, and he is going to be safe.
And he's in there safely.
So it's going to be a reach on the single and an advance on the error?
No, that's going to be an error on DeVries not being able to field that ball in immediately. And then it almost coincides to 2 errors on one play with him not being able to set his feet and throw that perfectly across the diamond.
So now you got a runner on second with 1 out. It's going to bring up Holcomb. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Cox is having a pretty good day pitching. I mean, letting the defense get some opportunities. He's gotten a strikeout so far.
Yeah, and like we said, he's pitched well enough, and he's given up a run per inning. But when your offense is as dominant as it's been, as he's going to hit another guy, you can afford to be not the most sound pitcher in the world.
And now you're going to have a time here, a meeting at the mound with Cox. Cox has had a few hit by the pitches that he has thrown, if I'm not mistaken, and probably just to check on him as he lets the infield know, just stay back.
Yeah, if I was Riverton, I would not want to be using too many pitchers in these types of games, and
especially this weekend coming up.
Yeah, you want to save as many arms as you can, and that's why you might be seeing Cox probably go this full game. So it's now you're winning by 14 runs, but there's always some sort of strategy to be playing in the game of baseball, whether that's runs, whether that's pitching limit. It's just always something.
So now, I was wrong. I got the names mixed up. This is now Lee coming up as Holcomb just batted. I apologize. I was a batter ahead. I'm either ahead or I'm behind. I'm not on point here, but there's a pitch. Yeah, I'm either ahead in the order, I'm behind in the count. I'm all over the place here, Jackson. So we're getting there. Again, thank you guys for tuning into the stream here on the County 10 YouTube channel. There's a pitch, swing on. This one goes straight back for strike 1 and 1-1 count.
I keep waiting for one of those balls to go over and hear my car alarm start going off, and that's probably one of my worst fears right now. It's a broken windshield, a dent in a hood, something along those lines.
I know, I brought that up all weekend in Powell when we were at the tournament. There's a nice pitch on the outside corner for strike 2.
1-2 count with 1 out in this top of the third inning so far. 2 runners on first and second. Cox has some work to do, but he can only be 1 pitch away right now. A simple ground ball lets defense work a little bit. They can get out of this inning with any more damage.
Cox delivers this one, swing, and it's going to be foul tip, so it remains at a 1-2 count here.
That's going to catch Baker in the finger. I was a catcher back in the day.
What was your favorite part of catching? I mean, there could be a lot, but if you had to pinpoint what one is, here's the next pitch. This one going to be inside for ball 3. The count yields up at full.
I'm going to sound like a maniac, but it's going to be getting in the dirt, blocking a ball perfectly. When you can catch a runner who thinks they can have a base on you because of your pitcher threw the ball in the dirt, and you block it perfectly and you pop it with that ball in your hand, and he's stranded out in the middle of a base path, that's just a perfect feeling. As there's going to be a high pop fly. Is that coming towards us?
Nope, that one hits the top press box. That's the second time today.
Now I'm telling you,
count remains at full.
If we didn't have a roof, one of us up here in the press box might be somewhere else at the moment. That's how many times this press box has been hit. But you know what? There's multiple good things of while catching us. There's going to be another pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. That's going to walk the bases loaded now.
Yeah, it does load the bases.
But yeah, it's also it's a totally different position. If you're out in center field, you're nowhere near anybody. You're 100 feet from someone. If you're a catcher, you're sitting by the umpire, the batter. You make great relationships. I know people from Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, South Dakota, everywhere around the state of Wyoming. I know people, I know umpires, just because you sit back there with them for 7 or 9 innings and you can talk, you can have some fun, you learn some stuff.
That was foul or swung and missed for strike 1. This one foul off for strike 2. every position has got to be scary. I mean, the pitcher could get immediately hit by the ball after swinging off the bat. Catcher could be hit with the bat on the head. I mean, there's a lot of things, but like you were mentioning, Jackson, you're just getting dirty that's basically how I'd sum up what your favorite part is getting dirty and blocking it.
Absolutely. If when I was playing catcher, I didn't have any stains or dirt stains on my uniform, I knew I was doing something wrong. As that, like you said, strikeout for out number 2 here in the inning. But yeah, if I didn't have any dirt stains on my uniform when I got back to the dugout after the game, I feel like I just didn't do my job well enough. I wasn't being a brick wall that I could be back there.
Now you got loaded bases with 2 outs as this one pops straight up on the first pitch. And it's going to be Hutchinson saying, I got it in. That will end the inning as the bases were loaded, but Rawlins gets one on the board. We'll be back after this.
Choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
A large pepperoni pizza, extra cheese, fresh mushrooms, thin crust. Wouldn't that be great after the game? You bet! And the place to pick up Lander's best pizza and more is Tony's Pizza, where each menu item is carefully prepared just for you, using only the freshest ingredients. Pizza, wings, hot Italian sandwiches, fresh garden salads, and much more. Dine in or carry out. Tony's Pizza is your go-to restaurant for after the game, any special occasion, or just a great evening out for an amazing pizza and a cold beer. Tony's Pizza, 637 Main Street, Lander. Call 332-3900 now to get your order going. 332-3900. Tony's Pizza.
And we're back for the break here on the County 10 YouTube channel as we get set here for the bottom of the third. The Raiders lead this one 17-3. The Raiders give up 1 run in the top of the third, but again, the Raiders have got something going here in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just able to go to work, this offense. We're starting with the bottom 2 in Cox and Redding, and then we come up with Beaver, Anderson, and Hutchinson for those next. And that's the total of the 5 guys who we are guaranteed to see 3 of them. There's a high possibility we see all of those guys right there, if not this full lineup again. And looking at it, they have batted through the lineup each time they have been up.
We'll see Ryan Cox start things off here for the Raiders. Pitching in this one as we'll see that first pitch get hit. This one will go to center field as there looked like there was an attempt there to grab it, but it's a leadoff single on the very first pitch of the inning.
Great job by Cox, really just sitting there letting it get into the perfect sweet zone, and that's how you can tell that it hit that ball, hits the sweet zone, is when it's driven right back up towards the pitcher and right through the middle of the infield. When you're sitting in a batting cage and your coach tells you, we want to see you hit that perfectly, that's right back up through the middle, and that's exactly what we saw from Cox right there, as Redding's going to swing and foul ball off that.
Christopher Redding up to bat here for this one.
Redding looking for another pitch, and that's going to be ball.
And watch out as there's a pickoff attempt, and just in time was Cox. It's a 0-2 count now for Redding. McCall still pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Or no, excuse me, strike 2. I'm always ahead of the game, Jackson.
Let's hope you're not predicting anything
I hope
for
I'm not
Redding.
predicting, though.
Redding's case, as we still have no outs here in the inning.
That one high for ball 2 is... Yeah, I really hope I don't bring the jinx in this one.
2 strikes, no outs.
I'm surprised that we didn't jinx anything last week in Jackson. There's a pitch, this one swung on, and it's going to be a fair ball. It's just going to left field. As you're going to see Cox come to third, and he's going to be able to just stand on third, and now you got a runner on second and a runner on third after that double.
Great stand-up double by Redding right there. Great hit down that left field line, and Cox kind of slipped coming around second base, and there might have been a chance for him to score, but he slipped and was not able to catch his footing right away and get up to full speed rounding that base.
And we're back to the top of the order. Joel Beaver up to bat here. There's the first pitch. He'll swing on that one. That one's a fair ball into left field. It's going to bring Cox. And now Reddick's going to try to come in and score. He will. It's going to bring in 2 runs as Beaver will get to second.
And so I believe that's game. Yep, that's going to be a mercy rule right there for your Riverton Raiders. All it took was the 15-run deficit as Anderson standing at home wanting another at-bat, but that's going to be a 15-run rule after 3. So that will be a win for your Riverton Raiders as they win it 19-3.
And we're going to step aside here. We'll give you guys just a quick few numbers. We're going to keep both games on this stream, so we will have our actual Bailey Pit Stop Travel Center post-game show at the end of Game 2. So we'll step aside here. We'll give you guys some quick numbers. We'll be back after this.
Each day in the U.S., over 1,100 people are injured in car crashes that involve a distracted driver. Distracted driving is any activity, especially texting, that diverts a person's attention away from driving. Distracted drivers aren't aware of surroundings and could easily wreck. So Wyoming bans all cell phone use for novice drivers and texting for all drivers. At any moment in America, about 600,000 drivers are using phones while driving. So remember, baseball is like driving. It's the one who gets home safely that counts.
Resolution this year to be healthier. You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget your financial health. Hi, I'm Brian Rohrbacher, President and CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. According to depositaccounts.com, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S. and is the healthiest credit union in Wyoming. Become a member today at atlanticcity.coop and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier, financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union.
Lander Community supports the Lander Valley High School Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish and make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger football, and they're here for you too at 333 Main in Lander.
Young of HomeSource Realty in Lander provides professional realty services to Fremont County residents and businesses. Her focus is to provide the services you require for a successful outcome in your real estate transaction. Whether you're buying or selling a home, business, or commercial enterprise, she also works successfully within the agricultural arena. Reach Amber at 307-330-7100. Stop into the Lander office at 1632 Main Street or visit HomeSourceRealtyLander.com.
Tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
The break here on the County 10 YouTube channel as your final score ends in 3 innings. It was 19-3 in favor of the Raiders as they will get their 3rd win in conference play, and they really did not let go of the gas pedal in this one, Jackson.
No, not one bit. That offense just came out red hot. 2 home runs in the first inning by Anderson and Hutchinson. Another home run later in the game by Hutchinson. And then just the base running was phenomenal, able to turn something that should have been a single into a double. Someone who should have just moved from first to third into a first to home. Great base running, great speed from this whole entire Raiders team. And then they got luck. They got some luck from this Rawlins Generals team, dropping a lot of balls out in right field, couple out in left. there's just a lot of errors, and as you look on your scoreboard right in front of you, 0 errors and 0 teams. We just didn't have time to calculate up all those errors from the Generals and still from the Raiders. And that's something, if I am a Riverton coach today, I'm going to say, great, we played awesome today. But here are these couple errors. Here's what we could work on. There's something you can always improve on in the game. There's no such thing in baseball as a perfect game. And whether that comes from there's a perfect game in pitching, but you might not do a perfect game in hitting. So there's something to always work on, and that's an important thing to know as a baseball player is you can always do one thing better. And that's something that can keep your mind in focus.
And then they can improve, especially with this upcoming game, is they'll have a second game here, probably about 30 minutes-ish or so when we get that one started. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to keep this stream going. We're going to throw it to the break thing. We're going to stay on this stream, so we're not creating a new stream. So if you guys were wondering how that was going to work, we will stay on this stream. We're just going to take the break, and then we will come back and just get things going. But Jackson, I mean, Miles City, they played perfectly. Rawlins, again, I mean, there's some things to get better, but this is a good conference win for the Raiders, especially they're still figuring things out.
Absolutely. Improving to 3-0 in conference is important, especially when you're starting to hit the dog days of summer. You can get this rolling. If you can pull out another win in this next game handedly, you roll into a lot of confidence going against some very good teams up at the Miles City tournament this weekend for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament. You need that confidence for these long 4-day tournaments, especially when they are a distance away. You got to think about all day tomorrow. They're going to be on the road traveling. You play a 2:30 game on Thursday. You need this confidence to help yourself on those dog days, especially as we're getting out here in the summer heat.
Yeah, this is going to be their third conference win of the season, and they will look to make a complete sweep and get a 4-0 start to conference. Jackson, any last thoughts before we call it for game one?
No, just great job by this offense and great base running. That's as much as their hitting did spectacular out there. I'm going to credit their base running, being able to turn, and that's something you can work on when your team's hitting very well. Is don't focus on how hard a ball is hit, don't how long it was hit. Focus on how fast you can get from first to home, because that could play a crucial part in other games down the road that may be a closer game.
And that's going to do it for us here in game one. Jackson Morris, again, it's fun to call games with you. We get one more to finish things off. So again, we're going to stay on this stream, and we will take a break. And when we come back, we will have game two of the Rawlins Generals taking on your Riverton Raiders. You're listening to the Riverton Raiders baseball team on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Is your old saw getting tired? We sell and service a complete line of Makita power tools. So for everything chainsaw, think Baldwin Creek Rental Center. Stop out and see us at 675 Baldwin Creek or give us a call at 335-8750.
John Shade, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Lander Tigers on KOVE. Call John Shade or stop by my office at 824 West Main Street for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member
We get set here for game number 2 as your Riverton Raiders got the 19-3 win in game number 1, and Jackson, let's see if they can continue this roll they got going.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Baker pitching on the mound today and for this game too, and so he's going to have a little bit hard time with his arm, going from catching a long 3 innings to now pitching. How this next 7 innings we are hoping to see out of this team. So a very interesting move from the mound, but I think that's to save arms. Baker doesn't pitch that often for this team, so we're going to see how he does here in this game too, between the Riverton Raiders and the Rawlins Generals.
And I've seen Baker pitch before, Jackson, and he does a pretty good job getting that into that strike zone and letting his defense make some plays here. So I think Baker will do just good here for the Raiders. Again, you got to watch that pitching because especially this weekend, they got some tough opponents coming up.
Absolutely. We might see the same situation where Baker might try to go the whole game, or at least most of it, to save pitching for later in the weekend for Thursday when they have to go up to Miles City and compete in that 4-day tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Raiders, for the most part, do a pretty good job in pitching as far as, like, how many pitches or how many times the pitcher throws or how long the pitcher can go. I mean, they throw complete games here as we get set here to start game number 2 of this conference matchup between these two teams, as we're going to see Matt Hill start the bat here. Is Matt Hill was first at bat, and he, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one who got that timeout. I don't know how to make that call as he'll swing and a miss forward, strike 1. 0-1 count now to start this game.
Yeah, it looks like it was kind of a weird situation he had with that, just not being stepping out of the box before the pitcher threw the ball, as that's going to be a ball 1 here for this situation.
So 1-1 count now. You got you got nobody on. 1-1 count. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be low and outside again for ball 2. 2-1 count with no outs. Again, Riverton Raiders 3-0 in conference play right now, looking to get win number 4. As Baker will let that pitch go, and Hutchinson will field it, and we'll make that routine play to Hunter Houck for out number 1.
Great play by Hutchinson right there, out there at short. Just saw that ball bring in, took a couple of his stutter steps, and then threw that dot across the diamond right into the first baseman's mitt.
So it's going to bring up Paulson up to bat now for the again in this one. He catched in last game, had a couple of equipment issues, but got it all figured out, so hopefully there's not an issue again as Baker will let that pitch throw for an outside pitch, ball 1.
If you ever meet a catcher that has never had any equipment issues, you know he's lying to you. Catcher's equipment is the most ragtag thing you will ever see on a baseball field.
I think any occupation, Jackson, as that pitch goes low and inside for ball 2, I think any occupation involves some equipment issues.
No, absolutely. Whether that's football, basketball, you see shoes blown out all the time. Baseball, mitts get holes in them, and it's just crazy for sporting equipment.
2-0 count, inside again, ball 3. So it's a hitter's count for Paulson at a 3-0 count with 1 out.
Paulson, we wonder if Paulson has a green light from the third base coach down on the edge or just looking for his pitch. Nope. Just a straight take right there from him. Didn't even really load his bat like he was going to swing it all, but now we got into the hitter's count, the 3-1.
So Paulson has seen a pitch now from Baker with a 3-1 count and 1 out. Here's the delivery. This one does get it for strike 2. Paulson threw the bat.
Paulson jumped the gun a little bit, throwing the bat to the dugout, thinking he had a base on balls, but no good for him as now, like you said, a full count.
That's some of my favorite. It's weird, but it's some of the funniest things I've seen in baseball, especially with MLB, and the reaction is Paulson will hit this one up, and we'll bloop it out to left field for a single. So a single for Paulson.
Guy on first now for the Generals, seeing if they can get something going this inning. As we think back to last game, the first game of this doubleheader, the Generals scored in every single inning, but they still got mercy ruled in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, 19-3 that score. If you're tuning in, I appreciate you guys doing that, and we enjoy bringing coverage for you guys. We thank the Riverton Raiders for allowing us to do this. As that pitch goes outside, ball 1 for Halcombe. So a 1-0 count, 1 on.
Not too big of a lead for Paulson over there on first base. We didn't see a lot of aggressiveness on the base path from the Generals in that first game.
Baker checks first. will look to deliver. There's a steal attempt there as Beaver is going to ground this and will throw to Hunter Houck for out number 2.
Nicely done by Paulson. He jumped over that
So a ground out for Halcombe will leave 2 outs now. You got a runner. Paulson held on second.
Yeah, that's basically what you want to do as a guy right there. You're supposed to hit to the right side of the field. If you have a hit and run on, make that second baseman kind of change directions and not have a chance at a double play here.
Baker checks second. Paulson makes a big lead as he'll throw that outside. Ball 1 for McCulloch.
And you could kind of tell before that when Paulson was getting ready to steal first, he was really just trying to jump. He was jumping the gun a little bit, but just trying to time himself up on Baker's movements.
1-0 count, low, ball 2 with 2 outs. Now it's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Paulson sitting at second. Baker has got 2 outs in his favor. Trying to make this a 3-out inning as that one will be strike 1 as McCulloch has seen a pitch.
Now we're back to an even count, 2-1. So Baker can kind of reset himself, kind of not have to worry about it too much.
2-1 count. Pitch swung on. This one going to go to the center field as Anderson is going to sit under it for out number 3 in your Riverton Raiders. Make Rawlins hold on 1 as we will have the bottom of the first coming up. You're listening to Raiders Baseball here on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Hey, where's Joe?
Shane sent him over to the furniture warehouse. He should be back any time.
Wait, that was last week. That warehouse is packed with a motherload of furniture. We're getting new trucks every few days. Do you think Joe got lost in all the boxes?
We need to move a motherload of furniture.
It's the Motherload Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander. Help Gamble's dig out from all of the post-COVID supply craziness and stop in now through the 10th of June. All upholstered furniture is marked down an additional 20% from the sale prices. Brands you love like Lazy Boy, Southern Motion, Flex Steel, and more. Plus, all mattresses are marked down for Memorial Day. Ease your back with a new mattress from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, or Stearns & Foster. It's all at the Motherload Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander through June 10th. And remember, delivery from Gamble's is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. Gamble's on Main Street in Lander.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel as we get set here for the bottom of the first. Rawlins does not get a run. This is the first inning of both games. Rawlins, it's held to 0 runs.
Yeah, and they like we talked about, they did a great job last time. Even though they got 15-run ruled in the third, they did a great job of being able to just stay consistent with 1 run at a time with their offense. And it was just unfortunate that they met the juggernaut of Riverton's offense right there. So this Rawlins team, they are very young, but they have a lot of potential coming up for them.
Very young team here as it's going to be pretty much the same order, except Bo Anderson's going to be at 8th this time. It's Beaver, Anderson, Hutchinson, Houck, DeVries, Noseep, Baker, Anderson, and Rennick. That's going to be your lineup for the Riverton Raiders. Again, we get set here for the bottom of the first. In this one, as we will see Lee pitching here for the Rawlins Generals here. So we're going to see the throw to second in with Beaver batting here to start this one in game number 2.
Beaver's been a great leadoff hitter. Of all the times I've watched him or called him, he has been a great leadoff hitter. He's able to get on at any moment in the game. He's able to steal a couple bases. He is just a menace out there for the other team, and that's such a good thing for this Riverton Raiders team, as it looks like everyone isn't set yet as Lee was starting that windup.
Essentially, with a month of baseball left, Jackson, you probably are now finding that what's that best lineup going into that final stretch is that's going to be low and outside for ball 1 for Beaver.
No, absolutely. That's what end of April, early all of May is really for, and then early June too is trying to find that final lineup for the Dog Days, as there's going to be a swing and a miss, or a swing and a foul ball almost going fair very shortly. But yeah, it's all about finding that rhythm of a lineup. Who goes best where? Who has a great leadoff hitter? Who has the best potential in the second spot to start moving runners, to play a little small ball? Who is your power hitter? And who sits in that third or fourth spot and able to drive in a run at any moment in the game, even if it is himself?
Yeah, this lineup for the Raiders really does not change much now here as Beaver will swing on that one to the shortstop, and there's the throw for out number one. So an out there for Beaver to start things off in this one. As credit goes to Chiswick. That's Tommy, I believe. Tommy Chiswick?
Yep, that is Tommy Chiswick. But now we have Jordy Anderson coming up to bat for the Raiders. Home run last game.
First at bat.
First at bat, but just a great game of batting from this whole Riverton team.
Here's a pitch inside, ball one. Again, we got one out, nobody on. We are in the bottom of the first with one out again. One ball, no strike. As watch out, Anderson moves out for ball two.
Great eye by Anderson right here, just kind of letting that ball come to him. Don't force anything. Don't get jammed. He's doing great right now. Why try and mess with any of the mojo he's got going on?
That one inside for ball three, so Anderson sits pretty right now with a 3-0 count. As, again, we want to remind you guys, next week we'll have, I believe, 3 straight days of action. We got not the Lobos, we got the Legends action playing Evanston and Jackson on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as Anderson has now seen a pitch. He thought he was walking, and then the 30th is another conference matchup for the Raiders as they take on Green River.
I think that Green River game is going to be a good one, close game. We watched them play in Powell a couple times, and I think that's just going to be a close game between those two, as that's going to be ball 4 for Anderson and get him to first base. The first base runner of the game for the Raiders.
So Nathan Hutchinson, who had a home run in his last game, I believe actually 2 home runs. If I'm not mistaken, Hutchinson had 2 home runs.
2 home runs last game. All of them in the same spot, and even Jordy Anderson's home run was in that over that left field fence. So great. It's basically a home run derby between those two.
As we get set here for this next at bat, but Anderson gets safe off that pickoff attempt.
Anderson trying to see how big of a lead he can get before the pitcher noticed. He kept moving that out, so he has tremendous speed out there on the base path as he's looking to steal here, and he makes a break as there's going to be a late throwdown, and Anderson is in there with at least a half a second time before he was even close.
So that what counts as a ball, but Anderson goes to second off the steal. So 1-0 count now with Hutchinson again in the box. Gets set here for the second pitch in this at-bat. Anderson takes the lead, and Hutchinson will just kind of shuffle away for ball 2. Is you got to think all these Raiders want to hit.
Absolutely. Yeah, in a game like this, you want to pad your stats. You want to up the batting average. You want to see there's always a little rivalry between teams. Who can have the best stats internally, as that's going to be a ball 3 for Hutchinson, but there's always a little rivalry in a team, just it's friendly, of course, but of who can have the better stats, who can have more singles, who can have more RBIs, and certain stats like that. As there's going to be a 4th pitch and a walk for Hutchinson.
So 2 walks back-to-back at-bats. It's going to bring Hunter Houck, number 25 for the Raiders. As the Raiders, again, they're in their white uniforms, white bottoms with a black pipe. Is that how you say it? With
the piping down the side of the pants.
So black piping down the side as here's the next pitch. Houck going to hit that for a single. This should bring Anderson home. And it gets past the right fielder, and now you got Hutchinson coming home. And this should be 2 runs and a triple for Hunter, if I'm not mistaken, Jackson.
I believe it looked like there might have been an error out there, but I would say at least maybe a double, a triple. He was advancing on the throw, so I'm not for certain about that. I'd have to go look at the official book for that.
I will get you that information in just a moment. It's now going to be Derek DeVries up here as it's now 2-0 on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard as that first pitch is outside for strike 1.
Looking like the strike zone's going to sit a lot on that outside part of the plate. seeing how long it's going to take before pitchers realize that and start keying in on that area.
So they're going to say it was a single and a hard ground ball to right field as this one is going to get hit to the second baseman. DeVries beats out the throw for another run as Hunter Houck scores.
Great speed by DeVries right there, being able to get down that baseline and honestly beat out that little tap hit through the middle.
So it was a single advance by the error for Hunter Houck, but now it's 3-0 in favor of the Raiders on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard as we get set here for Carter Noseep. And DeVries going to slide back in after that pickoff attempt there from Lee.
And that's what we see a lot from these Riverton base runners, is seeing how big of a lead they can get, always working on that base run. That's something we keyed in at the end of last game, is how well they run the bases here in Riverton.
Noseep sits with an 0-0 count. He'll let that first pitch go by for strike one. That was a good pitch there by Lee.
Yeah, very, very good pitch, and they're finding that outside part of the zone, outside bottom, and that's where a lot of right-handed hitters do not like to hit those. It's just too far away. Not a lot of people like going opposite side.
That one swing and a miss, strike two. And Lee will try to get a strikeout with only one out. You got one on. Again, 3-0 on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard. Lee gets the signal. Will go from the stretch. As that one way outside. Here's a fake off. I thought he threw that, but
yeah,
it's going to be outside.
It was an attempt back pick, but the catcher held on to that ball as DeVries was a little late getting back to the bag.
DeVries slowly shuffles. Noseep will swing that to the right side. Or 1-2 count remaining. So 1-2 count. Can Noseep advance DeVries or advance DeVries and get on? Here's this swing. This one going to go to right field, and that will just bounce for a single. As that one gets past Hafner, and now you're going to see DeVries score.
That's going to score at least a run.
And Noseep will get to second, and that's going to be a single advancing on the air.
Extending the Riverton's lead out to 4-0 over the Generals, and that right field spot, just having a lot of trouble out there trying to field in the ball. If you're curious of what's going on, maybe a new guy out there in a new position, maybe never have played it, but a lot of just trouble out there trying to bring in those short fly balls that are getting down as hits out there.
So we're now seeing Braden Baker, who is pitching, as he'll swing for strike one, as they're going to say that's fouled.
And the umpire's going to give the catcher a little time. It looked like it got a little bit of the catcher's shoulder, especially where there's a little padding, little to none padding. So umpire going to wipe off the plate, give the catcher a little time to see how he is. But as we're going to get back here as it's an 0-1 count here at the bottom of the first inning.
So just looking at this lineup, Jackson, for the outfield for the Generals, as that one goes in for strike two. It's looking pretty much the same. Just a different pitcher and a different shortstop? No, different. As this one gets swung on, and it's going to advance, and Noseep remains up.
And that's a showing of this Riverton base running, of just being able to roll through, of turning something that should just move up a guy one base to send him all the way home, just like Noseep did right there. And you're very set on a lineup. It's a lot of a similar lineup of what we saw in the Powell tournament. So a lot of very just similar lineups.
And now you got
another
Anderson.
catching equipment. Well, we're taking a little break because of the catching equipment.
Thanks for the catch there, Jackson. We should be good to go now, as we're going to see Bo Anderson up to bat here. So that's going to be a single for Baker. And now you got one on. Here's the pickoff attempt. It's going to be remaining safe as Baker. So Baker remains safe on first. Again, one out, and we are on batter number 7 in this lineup.
Yeah, good chance. And that's something they did last game. Every inning they batted through the lineup. So that's something positive for this Riverton team. Everyone get a chance to see more at-bats every time they come up to hit. Every time that they have a bottom of an inning, they're able to see an at-bat. At least everyone is.
0-1 count as Anderson swings on that one. This one goes past the catcher, and it's going to advance Baker to second on the pass pitch. So 1-1 count now, as that was ruled a ball from the outside part of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So you got Anderson going to swing that, as that one is fouled. And usually, Jackson, there's some sound effects that are being played here, but I think your car is safe today. Or no, truck, excuse me.
Hopefully. I do not want anything happening to that.
That's
truck
the fun
of mine.
part. And whoa, look out inside. Anderson will watch that one go by for ball 2. As we know, it's a 2-2 count.
Still in favor of the pitcher here. He's got another pitch to work with, whether he wants to throw a breaking ball down low or keep that fastball up high.
As Anderson will basically hit that on the ground for foul and remains at a 2-2 count.
Put that ball right back into his shin. That's that's another hard feeling, is when you ricochet one of those baseballs off into your shin. They hurt like no other.
Anderson not wearing that shin guard, as Anderson will hit that to center field. Is this one deep? And it is. It gets over Archuleta, and now you're going to see Baker try to score. Here's a chance for 3 for Anderson, as Baker has scored. So it's a stand-up triple? Yeah, they're going to say a triple.
He burned the center fielder, hitting it way over his head. Center fielder got caught playing a little too far in, but great hit from Anderson right there. To square that up and get going on that pitch. You saw his speed out there. He saw his tremendous speed. I felt like in a matter of seconds he was at second base, turning it and slowing down as he was, like you said, stand-up triple.
6-0 is that first pitch from Mastis is for strike 1.
Still only 1 out.
That's a big thing, especially in this inning. I mean, Raiders can really get things started here. Here's the pitch, and this one going to be swung on, and are they going to rule that fair? They do, and that's going to bring a run, as that's going to be an RBI double.
7-0 so far in this game, and it's still the bottom of the first inning.
So bottom of the first. It's 7-0 Raiders.
And this is just the offense we have seen the tremendously out of this Raiders crew, and as they're now the batted through the order. And Beaver is up for this team.
Beaver ground down in his first at-bat, as you'll watch that pitch go by for strike 1, and he's the only one who has not reached base in this one.
Yeah, he's the unlucky one, but he wants to get redemption for it right here.
Can the Raiders do this all in one inning? Is Beaver going to chop that down for strike 2? So it goes foul on the first base side. So we're almost at 7 o'clock here in this one in the doubleheader. Raiders won 19-3 in game number 1. Winter Outdoor Cuppy scoreboard game 2, 7-0 Raiders. Pitch, and Beaver's going to wear that down to first base.
And there he goes now. Everyone for this team has gotten on base for this Riverton Raiders team, and now for the Rawlins Generals, force out at every play but home. So Anderson coming up, big bat of him. No matter if honestly, he's a big bat. He showed it, able to hit power with a home run. We've seen him steal bags. What can't he do? That's what I'm questioning.
Anderson 0 for 0 today. He walked in his first at bat as he fouls that off for strike 1. At a 3-1 count and was able to get on base by a walk.
Yeah, he's got great plate discipline. He has a beautiful swing that stays through the zone for a very long period of time. It's just beautiful.
Here's the steal to third, and Rennig gets down, and he can get home. As that throw just is a little too far left for McCullough, and it's going to be Christopher Rennig scoring. So everybody but Beaver has scored in this game so far, but Beaver sits at second.
Yeah, he sits in a perfect place to do that, to score, especially since you have the bat of Anderson at the plate. Even after him, you have Hutchinson, who's just as good of a player as Anderson is.
1-1 count. Beaver sits at second. Here's the pitch. Anderson going to swing that one. This one could be playable. Is this the first base side? And it drops.
Yeah, no good. Kind of lost it up there. Those are some of the hard balls to catch as they are curving towards the fence. You don't know how far away the fence is, and it's just something hard. You start feeling different textures under your feet, whether it's grass, whether it's dead grass, gravel, dirt, and you can't tell how close you are to the fence.
As the next pitch, this one going to be swung on the left field. It drops. And this will score Beaver, and every Raider in this one has scored so far as Anderson gets an RBI single.
Great hold from the coach down there at third base.
Oh, no, I apologize. I got a little it looked like he was going home.
He was made a hard turn, but was held up by Riverton and making sure that I think he would have been thrown out. As fast as he is, that third baseman had the ball as soon as he was making that turn.
So Nathan Hutchinson up now with Houck on deck. Again, this is still 1 out as this one comes straight back for strike one.
Yeah, if you're Hutchinson, you got to have the mindset to go up there and send another deep one, put it up 11-0. But at this point, you can also have the mindset of, I just want a good at-bat. No matter what it results in, just pat the stats a little bit, get the batting average up. That's the mindset I would have.
Hutchinson will swing that foul third base side. And now Hutchinson behind the count with an 0-2 count.
He's going to have to protect the plate a little bit. It's like you said, still only 1 out, but you don't want to be the one guy to go down swinging so far in this game.
As Beaver sits at third. Anderson at first with a 1 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one going to be low. Hutchinson holds Beaver at home.
Great eye right there from Hutchinson. Just being able to read that fastball low down in the dirt and not try to go golfing a little bit, as we could say.
Here's the 1-2 count. Hutchinson will get hit by the pitch.
Yeah, that hit him right in the hip. That hurts. That's got to hurt a little bit, as now the bases are going to load for Hunter Houck.
So a full loaded diamond except for home, and you got Hunter Houck with 1 out.
Yeah. Hutchinson was not happy about getting hit there. He
threw it. It looked like he threw his bat down.
Yeah, you just don't want, in a game like this, you just don't want to get hit. There's more risk than reward of being hit, and especially when you get hit in the hip, there's nothing you can do. It's hard to dodge out of the way of those.
Houck singled in his first at bat as that first pitch is going to be ball 1.
So 1 ball, no strike here.
1-0 count. Again, there's still 1 out here, so Rawlins could make a double play here with bases loaded.
Yeah, their infield has moved into that double play depth, so we'll see what they have stored for us, as there's going to be another inside pitch for a ball.
That could have easily hit Houck if he didn't move.
Yeah, and at this point, you're up so many. You really just don't want to get hit by a ball because, like I said, that hurts. It hurts quite a bit, even if it's not coming as fast as a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, as we see strike 1 right there, 2-1 count. It still hurts.
Yeah, don't disagree there, Jackson. It's a 2-1 count now as that pitch was low and outside, gets that part of the zone. Houck sits in with a 2-1 count. This one going to be hit off to the right field, and this one is going to be caught. This should bring Beaver home, and Beaver will score. As Hutchinson remains at first. Anderson advances to
every
third,
Raider now,
and Beaver goes home.
Every Raider now has scored on this team, so that is something you really want to see as it's a 9-0 ball game.
So Derek DeVries, who singled in his first at-bat, is up. So 2 outs now. Runners out the corners. Here's the first pitch, and that one going to be hitting a low outside corner for strike 1. So DeVries had an 0-2 count before singling in his first at-bat. As there's the pickoff attempt there. That's going to be safe from Hutchinson.
Generals keeping Hutchinson. If you are the Riverton base runners, whether that's stealing second, seeing if you can get another run in, increase it to 10, but as there's going to be strike 2 there for Houck.
Just gets outside, just outside enough for strike 2.
Yeah, he's paying the black out there on that pitch.
Mastis on the mound. He'll let that pitch throw low for ball 1. So that's DeVries' first ball in any of his at-bats.
That's not a bad place to miss right there if you are Lee.
Pitch, swing. That one's going to be fouled off third base side.
Yeah, just leaving that pitch low, making sure nothing. If you put that pitch just a little too high, then something might happen.
1-2 count with 2 outs.
2 strikes, 2 outs.
Pitch, swing. This one again, third base side for count remains at 1-2. So 1-2 count now, 2 outs. You got runners at the corners. Anderson sits at third. Hutchinson at second. DeVries up to bat. That one outside. Ball 2. So a 2-2 count now with 2 outs.
And 2 runners on base. A lot of 2s out there in the ballpark.
Mastis continues to be on the mound. He's thrown over 50 pitches. As this one swings on. This one's deep. Is this one going to drop? It does. It hits the warning track. This will bring in Anderson. This should bring in Hutchinson, and it will, and for an RBI double. So an RBI double, or 2-run RBI double for DeVries.
Increases the lead to 11-0 so far over the Generals.
So it's now going to be Carter Noseep. We are still in the first.
And still only 2 outs, so as we still have another runner in scoring position.
Noseep will let that first pitch go by as it goes low for ball 1.
Yeah, just great offense from this Riverton squad. Just, they'll just keep lining up the hits after hits after hits.
Here's the pitch. That one once again low for ball 2. It's only the first inning, and Mastis is throwing 52 pitches.
Yeah, that's
hard.
And yeah, that's very hard, and that's hard to see as a coach as you're sitting over there, because you're like, at this point, it's almost game over. And as much as I hate to say it for the Generals, it's game over when you give up 11 runs in the first inning, and they have to think about their pitching as well. They don't want to go out and just start wasting people, as they might need them for later on in their schedule.
So 2-1 count now, 2 outs. You got a runner on second. Mastis pitch is outside, ball 3, so 3-1 count. It's a hitter's count for Noseep. 2 outs, 1 on. Can Noseep bring in another run? As that pitch is ball 4. It goes a little too inside. And now you got runners on first and second. So Braden Baker is up now at the bat. Baker singled in his first at bat, and he will swing and miss, strike 1. Braden Baker up the bat now with 2 outs as he'll swing that one. Can that get through? And this should be out number 3. And just stretching enough there. Getting the out there is Holcomb, and that will end the bottom of the first. So the Raiders put 11 on and leave 2 on. We're going to step aside here as we'll take a break here. It's 11-0 on your River Outdoor Company scoreboard.
Hey, where's Joe?
Shane sent him over to the furniture warehouse. He should be back anytime.
Wait, that was last week. That warehouse is packed with a mother load of furniture. We're getting new trucks every few days. Do you think Joe got lost in all the boxes?
We need to move a mother load of furniture.
It's the Motherlode Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander. Help Gamble's dig out from all of the post-COVID supply craziness and stop in now through the 10th of June. All upholstered furniture is marked down an additional 20% from the sale prices. Brands you love like Lazy Boy, Southern Motion, Flex Steel, and more. Plus, all mattresses are marked down for Memorial Day. Ease your back with a new mattress from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, or Stearns & Foster. It's all at the Motherlode Memorial Day sale at Gamble's in Lander through June 10th. And remember, delivery from Gamble's is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. Gamble's on Main Street in Lander.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel. We are in the top of the second now. The Raiders put 11 runs in the first inning. As we'll see, Braden Baker, who has pitched 16, I want to compare it. So, Mastis pitched over 50 in the first inning, and Baker now is about to just hit 20 in the second inning.
And that's just the struggle of being a pitcher on a team like this. You don't have not having the best success. So I bet if you're Lee Mastiff, you're really just kind of frustrated out there, just not able to do everything you really hoped you were going to be able to do with this start.
And it's going to be Mastis to start this inning off here. As Rawlins got 4 batters up in the first inning, so we'll see 5 through 7 here as we get set here for the Top of the second, 11-0 on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard. Baker delivers that first pitch, goes right down the middle for strike one.
Riverton has a great chance just to keep their defense rolling now. Their defense has been great. They allowed 3 runs last inning and no runs this last inning. So
that pitch going to be ball one. So an even count at 1 apiece here. As again, this is the longest day of the year, Jackson. I hope you're ready, as that one's going to be strike two. Nice pitch there.
I've been waiting for it. I remember the winter solstice. That was the shortest day of the year, but I'm ready for this summer one. And we're here on a beautiful Tuesday evening, as like you said, it's going to be the longest day of the year. But
it's a 2-2 count now. So this building if you're looking at the right of your screen, it's the new building for, if I'm not mistaken, is it the new ag building? I think it is. That's going to be swung on. This is going to be fouled, and that goes into the concession stand area, and now you got to scramble for it.
And going back to that building, I think it's like 5 different things in one. It's going to be the new rodeo training facility. It's going to be the agriculture. It's going to be a meat processing plant for the college. There's going to be probably some environmental studies classes out there. It's just a variety of things into this huge building, this huge project that CBC is putting on for their college and their benefit, as that's going to be a high ball for ball 4.
So Baker walks Masses in his first at bat here, and it's now 1 on, no outs. So Archuleta now up to bat here for the Generals.
Riverton's middle infielders step into double play death, also ready for a pickoff, as there's going to be a pickoff move coming now.
So the pickoff attempt is no good by Baker. As again, 11-0 on the Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard. And I'm really excited to cover the rest of the Raiders this season, as we'll have a few more regular season games, as that pitch there is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, that's a ball.
No, that's going to be a strike. He committed with the bunt.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So that will be a strike, but an attempt of a back pick at the same time on Lee Mastiff over at first base, as he was slow getting back to first.
There's a pickoff attempt, no good. Shout out to Randy Tucker. Does awesome work for us on thecounty10.com. He's covering a lot of things for all the sports here in Fremont County. He wrote a story of one of the high schoolers going to the Nike National Championship. There's a nice strike there.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle for an 0-2 count there. And
no balls, 2 strikes, no outs.
Just a huge shout out to Randy for everything. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, first strikeout for Baker, and this one is, can't finish this up, but that's a good pitch there.
That was a very good pitch. He had an 0-2 count, was able to kind of just do his thing, threw a nice curveball around the zone, and was able to put him out of the game and send him to the bench with a chair.
Tommy Chizik now up to bat here as Baker delivers that first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
And miss for strike 1 by Chizik.
You ever want to know what is happening in Fremont County, county10.com. Got everything there. If you want to know what event's going on, there's a pickoff attempt there. Baker is really making sure that first base runner is being very honest.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything of the sorts of a stolen bag or anything from Massive, as that's going to be a ball 1 pitch, a little bit too low for the umpire's liking.
There's the Sugar Beats concert coming up. You got the Indian relay races in Fort Washakie. I mean, there's just so much going on in Fremont County. It's a fun time to be here. And then you got the 4th of July that's literally right around the corner.
I know.
So much going on, Jackson.
Well, I think you said it the other day of, oh, yeah, we're going to have a lot of things going on 4th of July. I was like, oh, that's like in another month. And then I looked down at the calendar, and like you said, it's about a week and a half away, and I was just astonished.
Foul ball for strike 2. It's a 2-2 count. Evens up at 2 apiece.
And we can see Massive trying to make a steal attempt here. He had to get called back because it was a foul ball, but he was committed on the steal there.
As we will also have Chizik, both Chizik back-to-back. Is that one? Strike 3 looking.
Outside corner.
Nice pitch there from Baker. It makes Chiswick get caught looking.
Two strikeouts and send them both to the bench swinging out of their shoes.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Baker.
And if you're Baker, that's what you want to see. Them keep just guessing on your pitches. That's going to be a high ball right there from Baker.
1-1 count is this next batter for Rawlins Jackson will be the 9th in the lineup. So Rawlins takes 2 innings to get through their lineup. Raiders almost do it twice in 1 inning. As that one's going to be a single out to right as No Seep will field it. And you got runners on second and first.
Yeah, just a nice little single out to right past the first baseman, right over his head, and not able to bring that in, Hunter Houck. But now you got runners on first and second. Any base is a force out and able to get Riverton out of the inning here as there's 2 outs on the scoreboard. Rawlins is down 11-0 to this Riverton Raiders crew.
Here's 2 on. Baker delivers that first pitch. Goes outside for ball 1 as we'll see Taffner up to bat for the Generals playing right field. So 1-0. That pitch swung on. This one goes once again to right field. No Seep will field it and will end the inning as Taffner just can't get enough on that one. And that will end the inning as your Riverton Raiders do not give up a run. Rawlins trails 11-0 against the Raiders. We'll be back after this.
The Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care are happy to introduce their newest provider, psychiatrist Dr. John Bates. Born and raised in Eastern Oregon, Dr. Bates spent 4 years in the Marines, became a registered nurse, and then on to medical school with his residency in psychiatry. He's been in private practice since 2006. Dr. Bates is now accepting new patients. Call to schedule your appointment with the Lander Medical Clinic East at 332-1551 or visit the website at landermedicalclinic.com.
One time, my dad flipped a burger 8 times in the air before catching it right on the bun.
Yeah? Well, one time my dad flipped the patty 10 times and caught it over his shoulder.
You don't have to prove to us that your dad's the best and he deserves the best. Find a gift for the man that does it all at Porter's Mountain View Supply. Outdoor kitchen equipment from top brands like Weber Grills, Green Mountain Grills, Big Green Egg, and Louisiana Grills. Plus, all the bells and whistles that'll make
County 10 YouTube channels. We get set here for the bottom of the second. The Raiders did score 11 runs in the first inning and hold Rawlins to 0 in 2 innings. So let's see what the Raiders can do here. Is we'll have, I believe if I'm not mistaken, we'll have Baker, Anderson, Redding up here for the Raiders.
The 7, 8, 9 hitters, and then right back to the top of the lineup for this Riverton Raiders crew. So let's see what they got in store for us on the bottom of the second.
Bo Anderson starts things off. So I am a batter off. I thought we'd be No Seep. Or we'll have Bo Anderson up to bat here. Here's the first pitch. This one going to be swung on. Is it going to be fielded there? From the shortstop as there's the throw for out number 1.
All it took was one pitch for Bo Anderson to get a bat on that ball, but was not able to stay safe as he was thrown out from first.
This is going to be Christopher Redding now up to bat as he had a RBI double to start things off in his game. So Redding now box. Here's the delivery from Masses. That one's going to be high in ball 1.
Outside for ball 1.
So 1-0 count now. Nobody on. Massis delivers. This one swing and a miss, strike 1. And now the count's even at 1 apiece. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. With an 11-11 score. Or 11-0 score. Pitch, swung. This one going to bounce off the mound and go to center field for a single.
Mathis gets a little bit of a reality check right there as that ball's hit right back up the middle, making him dance a little bit. But, yeah, great job from Reading right there, able to kind of just focus on getting that ball right back up the middle. It's something we've talked about multiple times. When you square that ball perfectly back up, that ball's going to go right through the middle, right through the pitcher's legs like it did right there. As now we will have Beaver up to bat for Riverton. He is the normal leadoff hitter as the number one hitter, as there's going to be a pickoff move against Reading.
0 for 1 today, hit by the pitch, ground down in his first at-bat, and then hit by a pitch in the second at-bat. He had 2 opportunities in the first. Pickoff attempt there keeps Reading safe. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be outside for ball 1.
Beaver almost chased that pitch on the outside. I wonder how anxious he is to see if he can get a hit here, as he was the last one on his team to score in that first inning. So I wonder how anxious he is to see if he can get an RBI in, as that's going to be ball 2. But, yeah, he almost chased that first one.
So 2-0 count, 1 out. Reading just kind of single. Now Beaver gets a hit. Can he beat the throw? And just in time for the Generals to get the out.
That was a very close call. I would say probably a quarter of a step. That ball beat Beaver to the bag.
So you got 2 outs now. It's going to bring up Jory Anderson. He'll step in as he walked and then got an RBI single in the first inning here. Anderson, here's the pitch. That one high for ball 1.
If I'm Anderson, I'm walking up this plate, and if there's 2 outs, I just want to get a hit, see if I can drive in a run, get another RBI here in this game.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Raiders have scored in every inning in both games so far, as that one's going to be a pass pitch, and Reading doesn't go, as probably just wasn't looking. So there was an opportunity to get the third.
Reading just kind of sleeping out there on second. Not really. It's hard to stay focused late in these games. That's 2 games now that are high scoring and really kind of a slow game for this Riverton team. And any team that's winning like this, it's just a slow game. So you wonder how focused this team is on this long stretch of baseball. That's a long stretch of baseball, but it's only been 1.5 innings so far.
So 2-0 count. Anderson has to move for ball 3. So 3-0 count, 2 outs. You got 1 on second. So there could be, really a chance. What if this is an out? What are the opportunities? That's ball 4, and Redding's going to now go to third. Anderson will go to first, and it's now runners on the corners, and we'll bring Nathan Hutchinson, who wasn't real thrilled he got hit by a pitch in the first inning.
Yeah, he's seeing if he can get a hit this time, maybe even send it deep, and like he did twice last game.
Yeah, as Hutchinson gets set here with 2 outs. You got 2 all runners at the corners here. Anderson sits at first. Redding did steal that time after that ball 4. As we will see here what Massis can do on the mound, as he'll throw that first pitch, and this should bring Redding home, as Redding will just basically stand up and make it home on the steal.
Yeah, quick little jog, deep backstop here at Rolly Peck Stadium, and that's a little bit of downhill, so when that ball rolls all the way to the fence, it is a hard time for a catcher to get the ball back up the pitcher to maybe have a play at the plate for that runner who's heading home.
1-0 count here for Hutchinson with Anderson sitting at second. Pitch. Hutchinson swing, foul this off for strike 1. So it's a 1-1 count. So 12-0 here.
But the Raiders shows that they only scored 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. They scored actually.
So Hutchinson now stands on the plate. He'll swing and a miss, strike 2.
You don't see a lot of swing and misses from Hutchinson. He's usually usually very disciplined and can make great contact with that ball.
Yeah, he makes great contact here. I'm liking this spot, Jackson. You're sitting on the other side. As Hutchinson will swing on this one, as there's a chance for out number 3. And it drops! So Jory Anderson makes it all the way home, as the sun is playing a factor right now.
And that's a reason why if you're on base, you run the bases, as there looks to be a substitution here for the Raiders.
Yeah, we're going to see Gettenbein. Gettenbein is up. I did say it correctly this time.
We got the correct pronunciation over our mistakes over the weekend in Powell of just mispronouncing some names.
Shout out to the Raiders for helping us out here as Gettenbein is now up to bat. He'll take Hunter Houck's spot. So Gettenbein in for Houck. So we are going to see some position changes potentially here, Jackson.
Yeah, he'll be playing first now for the Houck, who will be leaving the game, but just trying to get everyone into these games.
There's a time called. The umpire keeps his hand out. Now he says play ball. 2 outs. Got one on.
Throw over to first.
There's a throw to first, not in time. If I'm not mistaken, is that going to be an infield single for Hutchinson, or would you say that's on the error?
I don't know. For me personally, I'd score an error but you never know how much of a sun plays into the factor, as there's going to be a strike there. But you never know how much of the sun plays into a factor, and it really depends on who the scorer is and how they are scoring that.
As they're going to rule that an error. Here's the pitch. Swing. Gettenbein will foul this off to the first base side for strike 2.
0-2 count now with 2 outs. He's got to do something here. He's got to really expand his zone now and keep fighting.
Yeah, got to fight here now with an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Hutchinson sits at first. Pitch. And strike 3 looking out. Will end the inning as Gettenbein gets caught looking. That is the end of the bottom of the second. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Raiders Baseball. Back after this.
Choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
A large pepperoni pizza, extra cheese, fresh mushrooms, thin crust. Wouldn't that be great after the game? You bet! And the place to pick up Lander's best pizza and more is Tony's Pizza, where each menu item is carefully prepared just for you, using only the freshest ingredients. Pizza, wings, hot Italian sandwiches, fresh garden salads, and much more. Dine in or carry out. Tony's Pizza is your go-to restaurant for after the game, any special occasion, or just a great evening out for an amazing pizza and a cold beer. Tony's Pizza, 637 Main Street, Lander. Call 332-3900 now to get your order going. 332-3900. Tony's Pizza.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel. Is the Raiders just make a complete change on the field here. You got Anderson on third. You got Gettenbein on first. You have Saltzgaber in left field.
Yeah, just trying to get everyone some playing time, especially in a 13-0 game. That will look like it's going to end early because of mercy rule. But, yeah, it's just trying to get everyone some playing time. You don't want to leave anyone out on this Riverton bench.
So it's going to be due up here for the Generals. It's going to be 1-2-3 as Matt Hill will start things off in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be going outside for strike 1.
Great pitch to start the inning by Baker. Putting that ball on the outside middle and just really painting the black on the outside. He's been doing that all game. He hasn't given up a single run this game so far.
Here's the 1-0-1 count. That one going to be outside for ball 1.
And he's still trying to work that outside the plate.
Yeah, Baker really attacking that outside portion of the zone here. We're sitting at a 1-1 count for Matt Hill. Is top of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
1-2 count, and I don't know exactly how many pitches is Baker at so far in this game.
38. So this will be pitch number 39, I believe.
He's been very good keeping that pitch count low and able to keep his arm really fresh.
As this is about 12 pitches an inning, as that will foul off and remains at a 1-2 count.
Yeah,
so it's about 12 pitches per inning so far.
12
I mean, it's going to go
between
up.
12, 15, just it depends. And then as long as you're just, and especially you can go higher pitches if your offense is doing as well as it is now. But it's just it's a very good job as he has foul tipped that ball.
So once again, a 1-2 count here is, Manuel really just stretched for that one.
Fighting for his life is the easiest way to say it. Kind of took the bat like a sword and trying to slice that ball to at least get a piece of it.
Here's the pitch. That one, strike 3 looking. That is the second strikeout that Baker has got with the batter not swinging.
Yeah.
It's 3 strikeouts in the game.
Backwards Ks are some of the best Ks in the game. It's just beautiful to throw a guy a chair and make him take it back to the bench for a seat.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Baker will deliver that first pitch as it goes low as he's facing off against Paulson. That's ball 1, low and outside.
Still a 13-0 game so far, and with the Riverton Raiders in the lead here at the top of the 3rd inning.
Baker delivers that one inside for ball 2. So it's a 2-0 count now. So 2-0 count now with 1 out. Here's the pitch. This one swung as Hutchinson will try to field it. He does. Can he beat the runner? Can't. Just not in time, so it's going to be basically what? An infield. Infield single to the shortstop.
Great range, though, from Hutchinson. Being able to get the ball in his mitt and try to make the throw, but tremendous speed from Paulson over there.
As Paulson has been one of the few generals today to get on base quite a few times here. As we're going to see a pickoff attempt. It's going to be safe for Paulson, as I was mentioning. Holcomb, up to bat now for the Generals is 0-0.
Riverton has a chance for double play as it looks like Paulson's going to steal.
Here's the throw. That one was just in time, just on the wrong side of things.
Yeah, if Baker, usually you have a fielder telling him to step off when you see the guy jumping, but I don't know how many people really saw Paulson taking a couple of those stutter steps to try to get a good jump as he is safe at second with 1 strike on Holcomb.
That pitch going in for a strike is Holcomb. Continues his at-bat. He ground out in the first. Good job there by Baker to get the out right there, as that was just immediately good reaction there by Baker.
And that's what you work on. These teams, it's not like they don't prepare their pitchers. They're called PFP, pitcher fielding practices. They go out there, they get guys on the mound, and they hit hard ground balls to them. So they're ready for when they get those comebackers right to them, and they can make that play at first.
McCullough will watch that first pitch go by for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count with 2 outs as McCullough flew out in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. This one, swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1 count now from Baker. And he's got a little bit to play with. He can go back to the breaking ball. He can try to raise the eye level. And he's got multiple things in his arsenal he could be throwing.
Try to get a runner out. Paulson, who sits at third. Here's the pitch. That one's outside for ball 2. So a 2-1 count now. As Bo Anderson playing that catcher position today. He plays that position often too. So it's a swing and a foul for strike 2.
A lot of 2s on that board again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
13-0 on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard. 2 outs with 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kevin McCullough bringing in a run for the Generals, as they had a run in every inning in the first game, and now this is they'll potentially facing 3 straight innings of no runs as that one fouls off, remains at a 2-2 count. So the Generals were able to get on. They were able to get some runs in. Just this game is just a little bit different for them.
Yeah, they're able to get some runners on, but they just have not been able to convert it into runs for this team.
Baker, pitch, swing. This will be fielded by Beaver as he will try to make the routine play. Does. He gets out, number 3, as your Riverton Raiders lead 13-0. We're going to have the bottom of the third coming up. You're listening to Raiders Baseball.
Each day in the U.S., over 1,100 people are injured in car crashes that involve a distracted driver. Distracted driving is any activity, especially texting, that diverts a person's attention away from driving. Distracted drivers aren't aware of surroundings and could easily wreck. So Wyoming bans all cell phone use for novice drivers and texting for all drivers. At any moment in America, about 600,000 drivers are using phones while driving. So remember, baseball is like driving. It's the one who gets home safely that counts.
Wyoming Catholic College is a proud sponsor of County 10 Sports. They have sponsored the Academic Spotlight and Student of the Week all season long for Lander Valley High School and are excited to bring you today's broadcast. Located in downtown Lander, they congratulate all the students and staff on a great school year and wish them all a happy and safe summer.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channels. We get set here for the bottom of the third inning. Rawlins had a runner on third, and they were not able to score. So this is what your lineup is going to look like for the top or the bottom of the fourth. It will be DeVries, Nosip, and Baker, your first 3 to lead things off.
And all it takes to end this game for the Raiders is 2 runs here in the third, and we will get the 15 differential mercy rule for the third inning.
The only difference between the first game and the second game is there's no home runs been made in this one.
Not yet.
In this game. Now, knock on wood, hopefully we see another one, because it's fun to watch home runs happen. I mean, I enjoy it here in this one as we get set here for the bottom of the third.
And the best thing, that's the best thing is the home runs. There's great pitching attributes, there's great this, great that, but when you see the long ball happen, usually if you're in an MLB ballpark, everyone's standing up, all the air goes out of the stadium, and it is just phenomenal for a major league home run.
As we're going to have a pitching change here for the Generals, it's going to be number 12. That's Holcomb, who's going to be pitching for the Generals in this one.
Yeah, so let's see if the Generals can get a little bit of different action out of Holcomb so far in this inning.
As we get set here for the bottom of the third, as Madness goes 2 innings, he gets 1 strikeout. So it goes 3 innings, 2 innings, 1 strikeout for Madness, and now you're going to see Holcomb come in.
Let's see if he has anything else, but Saltzgiver is going to come up to Saltzgiver is going to be up to the plate for the Raider squad.
As we will see Saltzgiver, thank you there, Jackson, as I almost just said the exact same thing you said, so we get set here again, 13-0 on your Wind River Outdoor Company scoreboard. We will have multiple games next week as that first pitch going to be low for ball 1 as Saltzgiver has taken over for DeVries.
That's Saltzgiver, okay.
I believe, yeah. So you're going to have a meeting at the mound just like that, and it's only 1 pitch in.
Yeah, just kind of talking, making sure he's good, making sure signs are correct. Sometimes that's a little miss between pitching changes, as the catcher signs might be different for one pitcher compared to the other.
As here is the second pitch at the at-bat. Here's the pitch. This one, swing and a miss, strike 1. So a 1-1 count just like that.
Looks like we might have a couple more changes for this Riverton team, as I am looking over to the Riverton's bench or on the on-deck circle, and I'm seeing
we have
Bryce Mason on deck. So looking like everyone's going to try to get a little bit of a plate appearance here.
Saltzgiver has a 1-2 count now. Here's the pitch. This one swung on. That one is foul, but that was a high hit there from Saltzgiver. It remains at a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that was that ball coming off the bat. If I had a speedometer clocking that, I think that's going at least 90 miles an hour off the bat. That was a heck of a hit. He puts that between the lines. I think that's another home run.
Here's the Pitch, swing and a miss, strike three as Saltzgaber's first at bat of the day results in a strikeout. And now Bryce Mason steps in the box, bats left, Jackson.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mismatch here. Usually how you want something to happen for the lefty hitting is the lefties hit very well against righties. I don't know the stats against Mason, but usually that's the case for it.
First pitch, high, ball one. Again, there's one out. Saltzgaber struck out as we are going to see Baker on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing, miss, strike two. Or, no, excuse me, strike one. I apologize.
One out still in the bottom of this third inning. Still 2 runs away from getting that mercy rule. The Riverton Raiders can mercy rule the Rawlins Generals, as that's going to be a ball two.
Outside, ball two. Now it's a 2-1 count. So, Braden Baker on deck here. Here's the pitch. Swing, miss, strike two. Mason now sits at a 2-2 count with one out. And immediately, here's the pitch. This one, swing and a miss, strike three. And Holcomb comes into the game pitching and gets immediately 2 strikeouts. So Braden Baker now up for the Raiders as he singled in his first at bat and then ground out to the second baseman.
Could Holcomb be the hope of light that this Generals team has been looking for in this game?
That is so far so good as that first pitch is going to be high outside for ball one. So 1-0 count now with 2 outs. Rawlins could potentially do a 3-up, 3 down. Is that one low outside? Good. Gets the zone for strike one. Yeah, this will be the first opportunity for the Generals to go 3-up, 3 down,
and not allow a run in an inning, and in either one of these games.
Yeah, here's the pitches. That looked like a off-speed pitch, but it is high for ball two.
Yeah, that was a breaking ball that just didn't have any break to it. Basically, just a slow changeup.
2-1 count, 2 outs. As Holcomb will deliver the next pitch. Here's the pitch. This one swung on. This one going to be fielded to the second baseman as Chiswick will get the out to Tommy Chiswick. As it is the first 3-up, 3 down inning for the Generals on the defensive side. We'll step aside here for the top of the fourth. You're listening to and watching Raiders baseball on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Resolution this year to be healthier. You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget your financial health. Hi, I'm Brian Rohrbacher, President and CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. According to depositaccounts.com, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S. and is the healthiest credit union in Wyoming. Become a member today at atlanticcity.coop and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union.
Lander Community supports the Lander Valley High School Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish and make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger football, and they're here for you too at 333 Main in Lander.
And we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel as we get ready here for the top of the fourth. The Raiders could, if I'm not mistaken, end things here with the 10-run rule now in effect for the top of the fourth. As for the Rawlins fans out there, it'll be Mastis, Archuleta, and Chiswick up to bat here for the Generals.
Yeah, all it takes is to keep this 10-run lead for the Raiders in the fourth. And as long as they don't give up 4 runs, this game will be over in favor of the Raiders, as it is a 13-0 ball game.
On your Winter Outdoor Company scoreboard as we get set here for the top of the fourth. The Raiders looking to be 4-0 in conference play. And we'll have another conference foe next week in the Green River Knights. Here's the first pitch from Baker's. That one going to go inside for ball one.
Baker has thrown a very good game today. He's been very disciplined on his pitches. He's kept his pitch count pretty low, and he's really allowed his defense to work as he has shut out the Generals so far.
That pitch, nice pitch. As it goes a little inside for strike one, 1-1 count.
Great off-speed pitch right there. Had a little break to it. Just kind of made the batter not even really want to swing. It was just, he's like, I'm just going to leave. There's no point in swinging at it.
This next pitch, swing and a miss right down the middle for strike two. It's now a 1-2 count now. In the top of the fourth is this first at bat for Mastis. Now, here's the pitch from Baker. That one, strike three looking.
That's a nice pitch, strike three on the outside corner.
Is that good? It's outside for strike three. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts.
And that's something very impressive from Baker, and it's something we talked about. We haven't seen him pitch a whole lot, but we've seen him pitch a couple times, and he's been solid in every outing. He's been able to do his job, let his defense work, and then show off his strength a little bit of getting those Ks, having that dominant pitching just by himself.
Archie Letta is now up to bat here for the Generals. It's one out and nobody on. As that first pitch is going to be fouled off the third base side for strike one.
Dog in the crow's nest. It's the greatest day of my life.
0-1 count with one out. Nobody on here. Can the Generals score? Archie Letta steps in the box. Baker delivers. That one breaks a little bit, but not enough. 4-1.
Yeah, just a little too high for that pitch. That slider that it looked like just did not have enough downward movement. It had a lot of horizontal movement, but just not enough break to drop it right into the strike zone.
1-1 count outside again for ball two.
He put a little cheddar on that one. Why? Did you see that kind of little kick and going?
I did see that. It's now a 2-1 count, though. Baker will deliver. Here's the pitch. That one once again outside, and Archie Letta has got a hitter's count with a 3-1 count. So Baker trying to just get in the zone again here with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be strike two. This time gets the outside portion of the zone.
Yeah, great job bringing it back in, just slowly kind of letting his thing do. But, yeah, as he's going to look for a strikeout pitch or even let his defense work as there's a full count behind him today. And that's going to be strike three. Another strikeout for Baker as he got him swinging there.
That is 5 strikeouts for Baker in this one with 2 outs. And this is possibly the final batter in this one. We have a new...
Looks like we got a sub coming in for, and that's going to be Goldie Clark.
Goldie Clark steps in now, or Goldie, excuse me. Yeah, Goldie Clark, wearing number 23 for the Generals. It's a 13-0 game here.
Last chance for the Generals to try to get something rolling again, seeing if they can get something moving. If not, this is going to end the game as there's two outs.
As Baker now on the mound. Here's the first pitch. Is that one going to be high for ball one? Is I think that's Cameron Hogan, Jackson, wearing number 26. Here's the pitch. That one going to be high for ball two.
Lettuce is now my new favorite person.
So Chiswick is out. It's going to bring in Hogan.
Yeah, that 6 and a 3 look very similar on the back side of the jersey, as that's going to be strike one against Clark.
So a 2-1 count now for Hogan. 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. That one gets outside, but it gets the zone for strike two. It's a 2-2 count now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Baker, pitch, this one, strike 3 looking. And Baker's got strikeout number 6, and that will end things. That should end things. It's going to be the Raiders 13, the Rawlins Generals nothing. As we'll step aside here, we'll take a break. We'll have the Bailey Pit Stop Travel Center postgame show. We'll be back after this.
Young of HomeSource Realty and Lander provides professional realty services to Fremont County residents and businesses. Her focus is to provide the services you require for a successful outcome in your real estate transaction. Whether you're buying or selling a home, business, or commercial enterprise, she also works successfully within the agricultural arena. Reach Amber at 307-330-7100. Stop into the Lander office at 1632 Main Street or visit HomeSource.
Yeah, we're back here on the County 10 YouTube channel as the Riverton Raiders shut out the Rawlins Generals with a final of 13-0. I'm here with Nathan Hutchinson, who had 2 home runs in the day, and Hutchinson just going 1-2 in the tournament. You guys had a good thing going after that Miles City game, and now you just get 2 wins there.
Yeah, that was good. Conference wins are always good, but now we just got to get ready for Miles. It's a 5-day weekend, I think. So.
Yeah, what is that going to be like? Because, I mean, you're playing really good opponents. I mean, just as this season is really kind of starting that final stretch of things.
Yeah, we just got to be ready to play, show up, and play our brand of baseball and do the best we can.
With a game like this, Nathan, just what's the confidence going to be like now that you guys have gotten 3 wins in a row? You've been able to play really good baseball. The bats are swinging. The defense is going. The pitching is going well. Just what's that confidence going to be like?
Yeah, it's good for some of these younger guys to see what happens when you swing the bat. We got to play aggressive, and it works for us. So it's good to see that, and that definitely helps with confidence moving on.
Perfect. Anything else, Nathan, or before we head back into the break?
No, that's it.
Perfect, man. Hey, I appreciate it.
Thank
Nathan
you.
Hutchinson on that one. We'll step aside. We'll have one more post-game interview. We'll be back after this. Back here with Coach Wally, and Coach, just, you know, the first 2 games in Powell just weren't the way you wanted to go, but now you've gotten 3 in a row and really good quality wins. Just talk about today's games.
Well, I just was listening to Nate. Our thing is aggressiveness, right? And so Rawlins is down this year. They fought, and that was great. And but our guys, I'm just trying to get them to buy into the aggressiveness all the time against good pitching, not so good pitching, and all that. So they proved their point to themselves. It's whether they're going to believe that or not.
Yeah, you get 19 runs in the first game. You get 13 in the second one with 3 home runs. Just the bats were connecting finally, and it seems like the Miles City game just really brought into this one.
Well, I'm just hoping that we take this tournament again against good pitching, really solid pitching, that we come do the same thing. It's be aggressive. I'm a hitting guy. That's my thing. I want them to run the bases hard. I want them to be aggressive at the field, but really aggressive at the plate.
Talk about this upcoming weekend. You guys are going against really good quality opponents in Miles City. So just the game from this? How much confidence is it going to bring in the tournament, especially with tough opponents coming up?
Well, quite honestly, I don't know. We'll see if they can follow that up against, depending on the pitching. So if we stay aggressive against good pitching, a really solid starter, then we can see if we're going to advance. So we've been hot and cold. We'll be hitting the ball, and then we face someone really tough. And then it's not that they can't swing the bat; it's that they don't. And so we just need to swing the bat. That's it.
Perfect, Coach. Anything else that I left out? Anything you want to add before we head into one more final break?
Go Raiders.
Perfect, Coach.
Right.
I appreciate
Thanks.
it. Hey,
all right.
And that's Coach Wally. We're going to take one more break here, guys, and we will have the recap of everything. We'll be back in just a moment. And we will have the Bailey Pit Stop Travel Post Game Show. I want to thank Jackson. Thank you again. Thank you to Nathan Hutchinson. Thank you to Coach Wally, who is been helping us or been helping me out all season long and just does a great job for everybody here. And Jackson, this was a really good way for the Raiders to get some good quality baseball right before the tournament.
Absolutely, and it's not that. That's that first game they were able to hit the ball. They were able to hit the long ball. This game, that was not the case. They were able to play fundamental baseballs, slowly work. I think that's what's going to be very important that they're taking into this weekend. And just like Coach Wally said, they have to be able to get their bats off the shoulders. If they are afraid to swing, they're not going to be able to do anything. That sounds pretty obvious, but in long terms, they have to. If they're not going to swing until 2 strikes, that really puts them at a disadvantage. But if they're able to get their bats off the shoulder early in counts and really put pressure on those other team starters, maybe see if they can get into the bullpen early on. That could play a big factor late into these tournaments.
Yeah, just going anybody hitting here, Jackson. So the first inning for the Raiders in Game 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, or no.
11 runs.
11 runs in the first inning. I'm way off here. So 11 runs in inning number 1, inning number 2 with 2 runs. They wouldn't get anything in the third, but the defense prevailed to get the mercy rule in effect.
I think that's the biggest thing is the defense. The defense just kept working. Braden Baker was phenomenal today on the mound, just being able to work slowly, be able to show what he has. He had, I think, 6 or 7 Ks this game. He was really able to show his stuff. He struck out all 3 in the last inning, and that was just phenomenal from him. That's going to ensue great confidence in not only him, but in the rest of his team and in his defense, which is going to be a big factor.
So Raiders go to Montana, Miles City this weekend for some great opponents. County 10 will provide updates in this game. We won't have the coverage for you guys, but we'll provide you results on everything for this weekend, and we'll have the coverage next weekend. Our next game will be the Lander Legends, I believe, on Tuesday, the 28th and 29th against Evanston, and that will actually conclude the Legends portion of the season unless they make up that Jackson game. And then we got the Raiders the following day.
A lot of baseball next week.
A lot of baseball.
That's just a lot of games going on. So you're going to have a lot of coverage coming in from Fremont County Sports. So expect to see a lot.
And that will conclude for us, Jackson. Anything else before we send this stream off for one last time?
I don't believe so, Wyatt.
Perfect. For Jackson Morris, County 10, appreciate the Riverton Raiders and everybody for allowing us to bring the coverage of the Raiders this season. I'm Wyatt Britchka. So long, everybody.